Turtle Day! Hit that like button as you come in. It's your boy Dolly. Let's get those damn likes up on this video. Hello!
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing you can do. You know there's nothing angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Old enough to lose. Still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win. You know there's dropping angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
Turtles, what's up?
But the
Righteous are the ones.
who's giving
Hey, PJ.
Oh, there's dropping angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
What is up, turtles? It is good to see ya. It's your boy Dolly back in the house. And as you see, we're on Dolly Vision today. Kind of feels good to be back home. Okay, let me tell you. So you see the title has Summer Wells in it. We're gonna be doing a little talking about Summer Wells, but also there's some news coming in on the West Boys, which is good news. Of course, Dolly psychic. Guilty. Everybody is damn guilty, okay? Guilty. Everybody but Dolly. Dolly, not guilty, okay? Everybody else that's been hurting these damn kids out here, guilty, okay? Crackhead YouTubers, guilty, okay? Everybody's guilty. Dolly, not guilty, okay? Dropped. Okay. Anyway, so that's good. Now, I guess what I'm hearing is that they've been found guilty on the first little boy. You know, I talked a little bit about it, that they went in there and his brother found him in a puddle of throw up and he touched him and he was cold. Well, they've been found guilty of the murder of that child. Okay. Which I thought would be the one that they got off on, because it sounds like that little boy choked to death. Okay. That's what it sounds like. And then it sounds like they just killed the second boy. But I guess they couldn't come to agreement on the second boy, but could on the first boy. But either way, they're guilty as shit. And there's finally being some justice served for the West Boys. Okay. Still no bodies. They haven't recovered any bodies. They haven't confessed to anything of that nature. Okay. Now, we got the whole 2-year anniversary of little Summer Wells going missing. Okay. So, Dolly didn't know if he was going to be able to make it down to Tennessee because I had started planning it. Some things came up, some legal issues. You know what I'm saying? I had some things in front of me, but now Dolly does know for a fact that he will be in Tennessee on the 15th. Okay. So now I'm not planning my own thing. Whatever they have already going on down there at the lake, I'm going to join and then have my own little thing at the lake also, right? Where I release some balloons, blah, 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 the lanterns, that type of thing. We're going to put some stuff together that us turtles do. But I'm basically going down just to join up with whoever's down there doing the 2-year thing for Summer Wells. Okay. That's my plan. I know some turtles have already started making their plans to be down there. I just wanted to share with you guys that I am going to be there. Okay. Because I know I've been in limbo about it. I'm like, I don't know. I possibly could. I want to be there, but as it sits right this moment, okay, unless a meteor crashes through the roof and hits me, Dolly will be in Tennessee for the 2-year. It ain't a celebration, I can tell you that, because it sucks that it's been 2 years, right? And I'm praying to God that there's some answers for this little girl, because to me, it looks like Don and Candace are getting ready to leave that hill. Okay. Now we know they gave up a long time ago on the search. Robin from the church said they only doing a visual event, by the way. A virtual event. Okay, we going. There's somebody else that rented the pavilion. Okay, so I don't know what the church lady got's going on. And I seen that they were doing that on the summerwells.com site where you can submit your video. Now that's some shit they put on. That's some of that Tim Mullen stuff, right? On summerwells.com. I don't get behind that. We're going to go down there. We're going to celebrate this little girl. And that's what it is. That's what she told me too. Yeah, at Pavilion. And if they're only doing something virtually, then I'm doing it physically. Okay. So I'll make the plans. We'll start making the plans. I ain't got as long. Look, you got to remember, I didn't have long to plan the last one, and it turned out great. Okay. I just won't have long to plan it. If they're just doing it where it's just, you can see it on the internet, what the hell is that? That don't sit real well with me. Let's see. I would love to go, but my car is totaled. I understand. I know everybody can't be there, but there are going to be a lot of turtles there in Tennessee that day. So I know that for a fact because I'm going to be there. I know people that book their flights are going to be there. I know other people that are going. So justice for Summer. Do what you feel. That's right. So, I mean, I was down there last year for it. I'm going to be down there this year for it. And if they don't find her this year, I'll be down there next year for it. I mean, it's just the way it goes until there's some justice for that little girl or somebody goes to jail. Okay. Look at the West parents today. There ain't no bodies found in that case. You see, they going their ass to jail, prison for the rest of their life. So until there's some answers or there's some type of justice for this little girl, that search don't stop. And if I go down there and they ain't doing nothing for her, I'll still go down there and search that day. I'll go down there and search that day. I'll go down there and fly some drones that day. I'll go down there and rent a 4-wheeler and drive it around. But I can tell you this, something's going down on Tennessee on that day. Okay. True Seeker said I can't go. I can understand that. And I'm not asking y'all to go. If you want to go, you're more than welcome to meet up down in Tennessee. We will be down there that day. Okay. I will be there the 15th. No, that I may be there the 14th, maybe, possibly, but I will definitely be in town the 15th and the 16th. Okay. So I'm doing something that day. Got you a new car. You just got to see how your legs are doing. You live in Ohio. Christy, thank you for becoming a member. Boom. Dolly Vision back, baby. We just got a member. Living large. Too far from New York. And I can understand that. So whatever I do down there in Tennessee that day, okay, whatever we do, I'm going to live stream it. I don't care what haters say, who says what, blah, blah, blah. Whatever I'm doing that day, I'm live streaming. Okay. I'm not going to monetize it though, but I am going to live stream everything for everybody to see because there's a lot of people, just like he said, New York, I'm too far. Boom. I am going to stream it. Right. Whatever I'm doing that day, I'm streaming. No doubt, no question in my mind. I'm streaming it. Only a 5-hour drive for you. Now, you know, the last we done heard about Don and Candace Wells is they're not getting their boys back. Don came out and said that. That's what I'm hearing. He said it on the lab the other night. They're not getting the boys back at all. They're dyeing their hair. I've heard from rumors that they've already got them a place in Arkansas. Right? So it looks like they're leaving the hill. They're getting up out of Tennessee. And I just think that them people hold the answers to where Summer's at. And if they're leaving, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Hold on, let me catch up on some of the chat real fast. They know what happened to her if they are picking up. If they're packing up. I believe they know what they done with her too. I honestly do. You know, because I've always thought in the very beginning of this was some tragedy. Right? And they covered it up. And then you got Don and them saying, you know, they'll never find her. Like, how good could they hid this kid that they're confident that you'll never, ever in a million years find her? I think they're running. Well, from what I don't think they can run until Don's done with probation. Okay. Because he's I think he gets felony probation. Right? Felony probation. So if he runs, they're going to send him back to Tennessee. Now, if he was running on misdemeanor charges, they wouldn't send him back to Tennessee. Okay. Like, you got misdemeanors, they won't send you back. If you got felonies, they'll send you back. Like Virginia, they won't send you anywhere, right? Unless you got felonies. Like, you got misdemeanor charges and you get pulled over and you're wanted somewhere else, they'll say, hey, you need to go there. You need to handle this when you get a chance. But they won't send you back to, like, if say I was wanted in Florida for a misdemeanor charge and I live in Virginia, they would come up and say, hey, you got a charge in Florida that you need to take care of. But they don't send you back. Now, if you had a felony charge in Florida, like you was wanted for robbery, rape, or anything that drug dealing, anything that carries a felony, manufacturing, like that one YouTuber, yeah, they would send your ass straight back to Florida. They'd sit you in jail. They'd put you on a damn jail bus and send your ass right back to Florida. But with misdemeanors, they don't. So if he's wanted for misdemeanor violation and he flees and he gets caught somewhere, they won't even send him back to Tennessee. That's the bad thing. Unless it's a state that will. Some states are different. But I know Virginia, here where I'm at, they don't care about misdemeanor charges in other states. Just felony charges. So I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, these people are packing up and they're about to disappear. Okay. If they look, they ain't got no boys. They done lost the boys. So there's no hope. There's nothing for them there in Tennessee at all now. They're not even in Tennessee now. Okay. the shit that they have, I don't even think they're going back for. All right. I think the next time they see the wells in Tennessee, it's going to be to sell that property. Candace gave her dog back. Okay. That was the first telling. That's when I knew. That's when I knew they were leaving Tennessee. When Candace gave that Doberman back, I don't know if y'all know about the Doberman. Did I ever mention the Doberman? Okay. Candace had a dog. Okay. A really cool dog. And if that lady wants to give me the dog, I take the dog. Okay. But when the Doberman went back, I knew right then she was packing up to leave. I knew it instantly. As soon as that dog was returned, I said, they're not going back to the hill. If they were going back to the hill, why would they have gave the dog back? Okay. They wouldn't have. They loved that dog. Candace had already loved the dog. I played with the dog. You know what I'm saying? Soon as they gave that dog back, I knew. I don't even think I mentioned the stuff about the lady and the dog but anyway, there was a dog. Okay. The mystery dog. And it wasn't one of the beagles. I know y'all thinking the pack of dogs that the SBC, whatever, she took. It wasn't one of those dogs. It was a completely new dog. Okay. It was a Doberman. Full-blooded Doberman. Nice, pretty, beautiful Doberman. Okay. And nice, friendly. And she gave that dog back. And that's what makes me believe if she was coming back, okay, if she was coming back, she wouldn't have gave the dog back. I knew right then they were gone. Okay. They were gone off that hill. They're still doing their YouTube tour though. You know, they're still doing the YouTube tour. They're still hitting channels, things like this. But I think for too long, they're going to go quiet and we ain't going to have a clue to where the hell they're at. All right. I think that's their plan. I mean, we'll know they're in Arkansas somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but we won't know where. But you know how the internet is. The internet will track you down. So I think they're trying to run and hide from all of this, right? Let's run and hide because people in Tennessee do know who they are, right? So it's going to be hard for them to get. I think they're going to run and hide and go quiet. And once they go quiet, very hungry trolls need food ASAP. Okay. Trolls need food. We don't feed trolls. Okay. Don't feed the trolls. They eat crack, apparently. You know what I'm saying? They all eat crack rock. Who knew? Who knew that's what trolls were fueled off of? Hey, you learn something new every day. Okay. You learn something new every day. Now look, I'm going to put up the call-in number. Hold on. Give me a second and I'll throw the number on the screen. Let me pull it up. You know, I don't usually do panels here. I put live panel for some reason. I don't know what I put. Quiet Mind has joined up or rejoined. I can't tell. But thank you guys. It's good to be back in my home. Dial-A-Vision, baby. Dial-A-Vision. Right? We ain't streaming on both channels today. Just Dolly. Right? Because this channel's been down for a little bit. So it's time to get it back pumping. Get it back jumping. Right? It's about that time. So give me a second. Let me open the phone lines. And I may let some of you come up on panel, but one at a time. Okay. We'll do the one at a time panel thing. I'm not going to do a panel of 16 people talking. Right. It's too much for me. It's too crazy. So we'll open the phone lines for a few minutes and then I will open up the panel, but for one guest at a time. So just like the phone calls, I don't feel like hearing 20 people talking in my head. Late at night, I don't care if it's 20 people talking. During the day, I like to keep it where people can not drive people fucking crazy. Okay. I don't know how people watch panel channels during the day. It's kind of hard for me, right? Like during the day, I don't like to hear 10 people talking to each other. One-on-one conversations, yeah, I can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But 20 people talking about 20 different things, it gets a little crazy. Gets a little crazy. All right, let me pull up the phone line onto the screen so you guys can see the call-in number. My mouse is moving so slow and in reverse. All right, here we go. Call-in number is on the screen. That was quick. Dolly. Hey. Hey, Granny Bassmaster. Yeah, I ain't doing too bad. I can't complain. I'm doing excellent. Have I been eating? I ain't ate nothing today. I just woke up. Oh, I have. I think I am against getting them guns. I have lost a little weight. I always lose weight in the summertime, though. I get all chubby in the winter like a little gopher, and then in the summertime I get all skinny. Oh, on you? Okay, hold on, Granny, hold on. Let me fix it. Okay, give me 1 second. I just don't want to. Let me remove this. I got to share your screen so they can hear you. All right, they should be able to hear you now, Granny.
Okay, that was funny. They saying can't hear Granny and Dolly can't see that Dolly can't see and he don't know Granny can't. We can't hear her.
Dolly can't see. I don't have my glasses on. They're actually sitting in my. I think they're in my truck.
Yeah, well, you need to eat.
Y'all can y'all hear Granny now? Give me a thumbs up. I mean, I've been eating good. Last couple of days, I've ate a couple steaks, and I mean, I just haven't eaten anything today because I just woke up.
All right.
And my weight's about the same. I run about 155, 160 pounds. That's my average weight.
Lord, I've missed you. I've been sick and hadn't been able to call in. This is the first live I've caught in a long time.
How you feeling? You feeling any better?
I'm feeling better.
That's good to hear.
I'm feeling better. I just have to take it kind of easy.
Yeah, well.
But I can't believe this. Don and Candace. I'm done with them.
Yeah, I think they're taking off from the hill. I don't even think they're going back. And I think if they do go back, it's going to be to sell that house because I don't think they got any personal belongings that they're probably sweating.
That little girl, Candace knows what happened to her.
I believe so
She's not
too.
going to tell it.
I believe so
Now,
too.
I think
I don't
Don
get
may be stupid and not know what happened.
and disbelieve Candace.
Yes.
I
Candace
think he
is a lot
knows.
younger than him, isn't she?
I don't know exactly.
I think Candace is a lot younger than him.
Um,
So,
I'm not for sure if she is or not, to be honest. I know Candace ain't that old. She looks old like she looks older than she is. I know that.
I don't think she's that old.
I think
She's
she's
a good bit
41, ain't she?
younger. Well, that's still
Or
young. Lord,
36. I
that's a
can't
young
remember.
person.
I can't remember exactly right off.
40, 41, that's a young person. Granny old.
Yeah, I was thinking she's not very old, but she's probably had that rough life.
She's kind of brought that life on herself, but this little baby's dead, isn't she?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I hope and pray not, but that's what it seems like, and they know it, and that's why they're leaving. What parent would leave that didn't know? That is the iPhone link I just posted, guys.
No, they wouldn't leave if there was any doubt in Candace's mind. She would not leave. She knows exactly where she's at, and I held on to the very end, taking up for them, saying I think she's alive. but they've made an idiot out of me.
Somebody said
So
Donna's 215 years older than Candace.
he looks old, Dolly.
I
But
mean,
I am
he
done
looks
with
a
him.
little weathered. He don't look like in person. He don't look super old. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't look 80. He looks in his 50s though.
He looks in his 60s to me.
He looks 60. He looks in his 50s, maybe late 50s, maybe.
I don't know, Dolly. He looks old to me.
Both of them look like they had a hard ass life.
Well, they both look like they've been rode hard and put up wet.
Well, I
They
mean, you
do.
said it, I didn't, but I would go with hard life.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, and that
But I'm
drinking
so
and
hurt.
drugs, it'll put that look on you quick though.
But she's within 10 miles of that place. She
Okay,
is.
she just turned 40. Just turned 41. Okay, so I was right. Good Lord. And he's in his mid 50s.
God, he looks older than that.
Donna's 57.
But Dolly, she's within a 10-mile radius of that place.
I agree.
She
But
is.
is she so far underground that we're going to need an excavator to get her? You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand
Sometimes when
how
you work in
Candace.
construction now, nobody even says this. We know Don builds houses. Well, he works in the building houses trade, okay?
I've thought
Which is
about that.
drywall,
Yes.
which people in drywall may know somebody that has excavators. You know what I'm saying? May know
I
somebody
know
that has
something.
backhoes.
I've
And they
thought
done
about
dug
that
a hole
myself.
50 foot deep and then dropped the kid in it, and you won't never find her, and he's right.
I have thought about that. I have. But she's within a 10-mile radius. And I don't understand Candace. Man, I'd walk through fire for any one of my kids, grandkids, great grandkids.
I don't
Would.
understand it either.
How can
I
she
would be
lay her
doing
head
more.
down? Oh, yes.
I would try to put a
How?
search group together every weekend for the last 2 years. And I ain't seen them do that.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Even if
wouldn't be
my
able.
baby girl was out there dead, I would want her recovered.
I would want her recovered so I could lay her to rest
That is right. That is absolutely
with
right.
a
And they don't
proper
seem to be doing
burial.
that.
And it's how can Candace even lay her head down on a pillow and her conscience just not eat her alive?
I think it is eating her alive a little bit. And I think that's why she's drowning it with alcohol. I mean, both of
Well,
them. By
if you got to,
by this time of the day, they've already started tipping and sipping.
well, if she's got to drowned it that hard, she needs to tell people where she is, and let's lay this child to rest.
And here's the thing. Don made it out to be like they took the boys because they were in danger because over the Summer Wells thing. Well, why ain't they giving them back? It's just all a lie. Everything's a lie with them. It's just all lies.
Mm.
They lied from the
I,
beginning. They've lied now. They don't care. They're getting ready to say bye, Tennessee.
they are. They're getting ready to say bye, and they can run, but they're not going to be able to hide. Trouble's going to follow them.
Oh, I know. It's going to haunt them like a nightmare.
I
Even
hope
worse.
so.
Even when they try to hide from this, it's going to get worse. That's what they don't know. The internet is going to make it worse. That's how the internet works.
You're right. You're right. Well, I was hoping that she would be recovered alive, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen either.
And
if I'm wrong, I'd pray to God I'm wrong. This will be one time I pray to God I'm wrong. But I think little Summer Wells, I hate even to say it, I think she's been gone. I think she was gone that day.
She most likely was, Dolly. She most likely was done that day, and I'm real sick over it. And damn Candace. She's a mother. What is wrong with her?
And if she's innocent, then I one day will apologize to her. But they don't act like any parents I've ever seen in my life.
No,
Okay.
she's not. She's guilty. I'm telling you. When they were talking about moving off, selling that place, I knew then that Summer was dead. Candace knows it. Knows where she's at.
Yeah, it ain't even been
She's
2 years.
she's trying to run from it.
Yeah, they ain't
And
getting
she don't have the boys no more, so she's not responsible for any kids.
no kids. That's
No
what I'm
kids.
hearing too. The boys are wrapped. They're done. They're not coming back. They've lost the boys. That they gave the dog back. That they done left. I've heard that they got another place. So if they got a place and they're already in another state, what reason do they have to come back to Tennessee? But to
I'm
get rid of that
confused over
house.
this. Well, the
That's it.
house needs to match to it, but you know
Well, I'm just talking about
the
the land.
land.
Yeah, the house ain't shit. I'm saying that land is what they got. That's the only attachment they got to Tennessee. And if they sell that off, there's no attachment to Tennessee at that point.
Yeah,
It ain't
I'm
like they got
surprised.
family in Tennessee. It ain't like they got friends in Tennessee.
No, they don't. And I'm surprised that somebody hadn't made a movie out of this.
Oh, I can't believe it. I 100% honestly, in my mind of minds, I can't believe this ain't a movie.
I
If this don't get in, like, if this was set in front of the right person and they were told the story the right way, it'd be a fucking movie. There's no doubt. It'd be a big
Oh
movie.
yeah,
You
be a
know?
big movie. And we're getting Vandersloot back. Alabama is. Did you know that?
Is that the dude that was
Natalie Holloway.
Holloway? Yeah.
Yes, we're getting him back.
Yeah, I heard they were sending him here.
He is being extradited.
For fraud, right? For stealing money from
For
the parents,
fraud.
saying he would give up the body if they paid him, and
Yeah.
then he took the money and never gave up the body.
And never gave up the body.
But what if he gives up the
So,
body? But then he's charged with the murder. But then he ain't charged here.
no,
See,
he's
it
not
gets,
charged with murder here.
that's what I'm saying. It gets a weird thing. You give him the body, then you did what you said. You see what I'm
But
saying?
I guarantee you, he'll get more time for frauding them
He's gonna do,
than he will for
yeah.
killing them.
But for what I heard was they're gonna charge him here and then send him back because he's got on a murder charge in the other country.
Yeah, he killed her. He
Yeah,
killed
so
that
they're
girl
gonna
too.
charge him here for the family, give him the time, and then they're gonna send him back there. Where is it, Peru or something that he was at? And when
I thought he was in the Netherlands in a
he may have
prison in the
been, it might have been
Netherlands.
one of them weird ass countries. I know he was in a foreign country and
And
he
it was a
murdered.
bad prison. It's supposedly a pretty rough prison.
Yeah, so they're sending him back just to give him the time. Then they're going to send him back. If from my understanding, he's going back to that foreign country to do his time there too.
Well, that'd be great. Let's just try him and give him life, and then send him back to them. Let them feed him.
Yeah.
If we can add on another 50 years.
Whatever makes his life miserable for killing that girl is what I say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can do to make his life just miserable.
That would be great. But I'm just been upset over Summer. I love you. You be careful.
Okay, it was Peru, and he's from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he went back to the Netherlands. And he may be in Peru. I don't know. But are you still going out there to Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
All right. Yep. I'll say a prayer for you.
Yeah. Say a prayer for. I don't need one. I've been out there a million times. Ain't nothing bad ever happened to me before. I done been there so much now. I done lost count how many times I've been there.
Well, just watch out for snakes and stuff like that.
I got snake boots.
Make sure you don't get dehydrated.
I got Pepsi, Coca-Cola.
You need
Gatorade. Pedialyte. All right, Granny, you be good.
You be good.
All right,
Bye.
peace. All right, there you go. Granny upset about the whole thing. She says she feels like Don and Candace are giving up. And I'm the same way. When I heard they gave a dog back, I knew it was a wrap then. These little things, there's these little signs that are telltale signs of what's about to happen, right? Because you know Dolly's psychic. Now I look for these little things, and I called it. I was the first person to say they were going to sell the hill. Okay, psychic Dolly, right? I said they're going to sell that hill. Don gets out of jail, that hill's up for sale. What did I tell y'all? Don't make me go back and pull the videos up. Don't make me go. I can call certain things. I knew about the dog. I petted the dog, played with the dog. And when I heard that she gave that dog back, I was like, whoa, man, that seems weird. And she's taken off. Candace has always been the one to hold them to that hill. Okay? Candace never wanted to go to Utah. Right? That's when Don was up there trying to get a place, took the boys with him. Remember that? And that's when Jose and she was sliding all them people in from the gas station and random people were coming up to the hill because she didn't want to leave Tennessee. She's used to that life, drunk out there. It was Don that wanted to leave. It's been Don wanting to leave. So when Candace left, I was like, oh, that's a wrap. He done talk Candace into, you know what I'm saying? Because Candace wanted to stay. And now she's done packed up and left. And there's nothing there for them. So wherever they go, I don't care if it's wherever, it's going to be better than where they were at. So them going back to that hill, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Unless, look, if they stay on that hill with no jobs, no nothing, no income, they're not going to survive. I mean, they could apply for like food stamps and assistance and possibly get by, but they're going to survive better in another location, especially where there's more people, more opportunity. Not as many people. What's up, Blonde Bombshell? Know what they've done, right? Until you get like YouTubers start showing up, okay? And you know they will. You know how YouTubers are. We like to pop up places. We found the airlines and we can show up these days. We're like, oh shit, we can get there. Next thing you know, you got YouTubers in front of your house. You don't need that. You don't need that. Okay. But yeah, they're giving up. They're giving up. Now, look, you guys can come in live here with me in the backstage, or you can call in. This is the link. But look, if you come into the backstage, when you up here, you have to leave your camera off. Okay. Show me real quick that you're a human and then turn your camera off and you can come up. This is the link to get into the room. Okay. And mind, y'all can copy that, or you can hit the call in number at 757-797-6694. Let me know what you think. Is Don and Candace, are they going back to Tennessee, or is that a wrap for them in Tennessee? Because I know they're not going to be at the 2-year thing. You know, it seems like the parents would want to take part in that, but not these parents. Okay, I see Paper Cut Tina in the back. Go ahead, kill your camera, Tina. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Hey.
I thought I'd come up during the day for the first time ever.
Awesome. Awesome.
And I thought maybe you were going to stream the verdict live with the West Boys. You weren't up
I
to
was
that.
sleeping.
Well, I was too.
Yeah. You know, I'm a nighttime person. So, I mean, I heard it when I got up that it was going to be, you know, at 3:00, that they were reading at 3:00 or something like that. And you know, I knew they were guilty. I said this a week ago, and I've been going over what they did to the little boys. I wish they would, I hate say cut them any kind of deal, but at least find out where them boys' bodies are at. I heard they threw them in a dumpster.
Good grief.
And they're in the landfill, like parts of trigger warning people like Quentin Simon.
Do they know which landfill?
They know what dumpster allegedly, but because they said there were some witnesses that seen them two walking away from a dumpster with a blue cooler with a white lid, and they were laughing.
Oh my God.
So All right, we got William Davis. I didn't say William. I want to say whole damn name. What's up, William? Can you hear me? You're muted. Okay, I guess not. But yeah, they had heard, the neighbors, somebody had went outside, seen them walking away from a dumpster, laughing. And their kid's testimony is what did them in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he basically said that the kid was dead on the bed in a pile of throw up. He touched him. He was cold. They got rid of the body, right? I thought that'd be the one that they got off on, honestly, because it honestly sounds like that child died choked to death.
Yeah.
All right.
Sad.
What's up, William?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Could you turn your camera off?
Yep.
Hi, William.
All right. There you go.
Hey, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. They won't make it long in Arkansas if they come here.
Is that where you're at?
That's where I'm at. Yes, sir.
Well, they've been there. They're already there. They've been there for weeks now.
Well, certain people find out they won't.
Yeah, and Don has been going back and forth there for work anyway, traveling there for work. So, in my understanding, I know somebody else that lives there too, and they said they already got a place out there.
I wonder whereabouts they're at.
I don't know exactly where they're at in Arkansas, but it looks like that they're relocating there.
See, I live in Central Arkansas, North Central Arkansas, almost in Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have some new neighbors.
Oh no!
Batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches, right?
Yeah.
You just, yeah. I mean, they ain't got nothing left in Tennessee that really connects them to Tennessee. Don ain't said he can't find no work there. So, and Candace has finally got up and left that hill. I don't think they're ever going back there, to be honest.
No. I think Jimmy wants to move to Utah, you said, because I seriously think her ashes are at that cross.
I don't think her ashes are at that cross because they went to that cross when they were on their way to Dr. Phil.
I know, but
and they flew out there. How you ain't gonna get on a plane? And how do you get ashes, Tina? You would have to cremate somebody or burn somebody, and there ain't nobody gonna burn that baby for you.
Oh, I think up there is.
I don't know. I've been up there a bunch of times. You're gonna see when you get out there, Tina, that it ain't what you thinking it is.
I know. I'm gonna have to have plenty of bug spray and.
Yeah, you better have bug spray and ain't nobody around. You're gonna be like, you're gonna have a different vibe. I'm telling you. Once you get on Ben Hill Road one time and you standing out there, you're gonna go, yeah, this is a little bit different than I thought it was.
I'm gonna be scared. I don't want to do it alone. Jesus.
We sending you to the holler by yourself, Tina. We're gonna stand on Beach Creek and we're gonna be like, Tina, walk through the holler. See if you make it back.
That'll be a good clip.
Alone in the darkness with heels. That's what you
my God.
That's what we're gonna send you through. It's a test, Tina. It's like Escape from New York. Okay.
Oh God.
You ever remember that movie?
No, I never saw it, of course.
Okay.
Like many others.
Now, here's the thing. I always give Tina a hard time because she says that kid may have been sold or some things like that. But there is a lot of fact to what Tina says in that area. There was a couple large groups that got arrested for sex trafficking and things of that nature. Now, there was no recovery of Summer Wells in any of that, but I can't say that it is crazy 100 what Tina's saying. I still don't believe that happened, but there still could be that possibility. And if that is a possibility, that means there's a possibility that Summer could be alive.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think the whole sex trafficking thing now, the real big thing that's going on with all this is them with older girls. You know? Hold on for a minute, Tina. I got a call coming in.
That's fine.
And you won't be able to hear it, I don't think. Dolly.
What's up, Dolly? This is Sean from Washington.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
Can you hear him, Tina?
Yeah.
Okay, he won't be able to hear you, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. I'll go back and rewatch. But if she's got a question, she can ask it. Hey, I'm going to send you that email this weekend for if Tina needs the ride and wants to get in touch with me. But I just called to say what's up, guys. I'm in between my stores that I work at, and I thought I saw you guys are on, so I just want to call and say what up.
What up, Sean?
What up?
We just talking about the Summer Wells stuff. We were tapping in on the West boys. They found the parents guilty today of one of the boys.
I've never even heard of that until this morning. That seems a little gnarly, man. So is the verdict in?
Yeah, they're guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah, murder.
Guilty.
And they had a hung jury on the second other boy because they had 2 adopted kids.
Yeah.
So, and then they just came out one day and said they were in the backyard collecting firewood, and the 2 kids came up missing. But really, something tragic happened. And it sounds like they may have killed the kids and threw the kids in a dumpster and all kinds of weird shit.
That's pretty damn lame, man. What is wrong with parents, bro?
They were adopted parents, so I mean that's just
that's even worse.
Yeah, I know.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's the system felling a couple kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I guess that's what got me hooked to watching you is of the Kylie Rodney case, and then the Lonnie stuff just really grabbed me. That's when I really started being addicted to this stuff.
Yeah,
and it seems like one after another after
It
another.
is. It is. It literally is. It's like want to blow your mind, and you'll think, man, ain't nothing can shock me like that. Then, bam, there you go.
And then the next one.
Yeah, that quick.
Okay, I want to send you a song, dude. You're into the metal stuff. Have you ever heard of a band? They're out of LA called Viking.
Viking. I'm not for sure.
They were older school. They were mid 80s to 90 something. But my buddy recorded a song with them. they did a remake of Hell is for Children.
Yeah.
But Pat Benatar does it great. I love that song. One of my favorite songs from her. They do it with a man's voice, so it's different. It's good. It's sad, and it's heavy. It's really good. I think you would like.
Yeah, shoot it over to me.
Hell yeah! It's thrash metal, but that song's a little bit toned down from thrash, but still heavier than Pat.
Yeah,
that's a great song. I'm definitely going to shoot it over to you, man. There's a couple songs I want to shoot over to you. One of them, I'm sure you would probably be able to play as one of your intro tapes because it's not like a copyright. Well, it might be copyrighted, but they're so old that you wouldn't even get struck. It's a band called the Hungry Crocodiles. It was probably the first time, other than Aerosmith and Run DMC, that they did metal with rap. And they got a song called "Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em." And dude, it's a great. Even if you can't use it, you'll love the song. I'm gonna send it to you too.
Okay. All right.
So, anyways, guys, I'm pulling into the store right now. I just wanted to call and say hi and bother you guys for a moment.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Bye, Tina.
Bye. Even though
all right,
can't
Tina,
hear me.
can you see the comment on the screen?
We need to look in the direction of heck yeah.
Tina's been saying that forever now. Look, I know Andrew Hiltz is a weirdo and he is a convict and he's a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe Andrew Hiltz has anything to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells.
Oh my gosh, Jimmy, you're so wrong.
I mean, I could say he's a lot of things, right? I could sit here and one, I could joke him to death, and two, I could pick him apart. But in my honest mind of minds, I don't think he has anything whatsoever to do with it. Well, I think he's trying. If he knew, he would exploit it. He would be the first one to tell on him.
Well, he did come up right away and start his own.
He's that grimy. He would tell right on his baby's mama. He would tell right on his baby's mama quick as he possibly could. Okay, quick as he could. Look, I know a low life when I see a low life. Okay. I swear to God, I do. I don't know how I know these things, but there's just some things in this world I know when you're that, right? Like that one YouTube channel where the girl sounds like she smoked 1 million cartons of Newports, right? Buzzing around. I know a low life, a robber, a drug dealer. I know these people when I see them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can see that I don't think he has nothing to do with it. The more, make it long story short, is if he had anything or any knowledge, he would have sold that information, told that information right off the rip.
Possibly. But what I want to know, because I believe Hunter when he said that he kind of sneaked onto Candace's phone.
And he said it was a drug dealer.
She did. She said that.
That's what he was saying.
Okay, because on it, remember, to an Andrew or an Andy, it said, "It's done." Just 2 words, "It's done." I just don't think Hunter, as a teenager would make that up. Is it,
I believe Allie knows something. Okay. Allie knows something, and she ain't saying nothing to protect Hunter. Andrew Hiltz don't know shit. Okay. Him and Allie, they ain't on the same page. He's trying to figure it out so he can exploit Allie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Allie knows, right? And he don't have the best relationship with either Allie or his son to really get any information. He's trying. Andrew Hills, he's trying to sleuth, right? In a weird, creepy weirdo way.
Yeah.
Okay. He's actually trying to sleuth, right? I can tell he's trying to sleuth, but he's just a creepy dude, which makes it weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to explain it. But in my mind, I don't think he's a player. And I know you do, because you believe this kid was sold. You believe the whole New York connection with the trafficking and all that. I just don't see that in Pandrew.
Pandrew, yeah. I'm not positive that it's even like the whole New York anymore, but I do still think she was sold.
And still to this day, watching him and BK hit on each other, that is the creepiest thing I've ever saw in my whole entire life. I hate to bring that up, right? Because, BK is my BFF. But him and Andrew Hiltz hitting on each other that night, oh, my God. That is something I will never get out. I almost threw up.
They were both getting all saucy on their beers. It was really
I almost literally threw up. I could. When the shirt started coming off, I was like, "Oh my God, let me. This shit is like a bad Showtime shit that you click on at night." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna both.
That shit was like some softcore porn.
I know. I thought they were gonna take off their clothes and Benny.
But I don't think he has anything to do. If BK disappears, if BK disappears now, Andrew Hiltz might have something to do with it. But I don't see him doing. Yeah. I don't see him kidnapping Summer Wells, because he's definitely in the BK.
Yeah, but also, you may not believe this, Jimmy, but I really do. Believe the signs and the symbols, not just because I've heard them from Ernie Shell, but that whole panda thing, and then Summer standing in that green pool. Green is a sign of money, and it's not just her standing in the pool. This is what Ernie said. He picked out.
Green is also a sign of chronic.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying. She had a bikini on. Now, granted, she's 5, but she's standing there. And then there was another pool with a panda on it. It's just signs and symbols all over the place. I really believe that. Oh, and why? Why did they cover up the barrel with all red? Why are they concerned that people? It was in a clip. I thought
they painted it purple.
Well, they did, but they made it look like the clip on screen, or they painted it red first.
Green is also a turtle color, Tina.
I know. But why are they covering up the for sale? Like, why? What's the big deal? If there's nothing to hide. I think it's really weird.
Well,
but you're right. I love the color green. Don't worry, turtles. And I love turtles. I'm infatuated with them now. It's ridiculous.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but with them leaving, it makes me think that all hope is lost. Like, at least them there, they're there to question. They're there. You know what I'm saying? With them just gone, unless something comes up and they're not a suspect, I don't think they will ever be. I don't think we're ever going to get answers for Summer Willis, and that's sad.
I agree with you on that. I've been thinking because I was hoping that Don would slip up and talk or say any little thing.
Nothing Ernie said was true.
Jail. Oh,
No, there is some truth to a little bit of stuff, Lips, that Ernie says in that whole. These monsters, they do use symbols. They do use things to recognize so they know each other. Now, I ain't saying what Ernie said was true, of course, but I'm saying they're in this world we live in. There are monsters that use different things so other monsters can recognize and know they're monsters too.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, Tina. We got a call.
Okay.
Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hey, Tina. Hey, everyone in chat.
Hey.
This is Dawn.
Hey.
What's going on?
I just want to say, I think with them leaving, they absolutely know that Summer's not coming back. The only hope they had was the boys coming back. And with them not coming back, they know good and well that she's never coming back there.
Yeah, so there's no reason for them to ever really go back to that hill. And I feel like Don got a job out there. They got a place out there. They gave the dog back. They're not coming back.
No.
Absolutely not. I mean, you think about it. If you have a limited income, you have a home that's paid for. Basically, all you're paying for is taxes. He can hustle and make that kind of money and make their light bill and food. That's in that area. Why would you give all that up just to move out of the area?
And have to pay rent.
And have to pay rent somewhere else. That makes no sense other than you're running from something. Yeah. And maybe they're getting close to solving it. Maybe they think with the boys not in their custody and not having that over their head, that they will give up something that they possibly know.
Yep.
And that they're running from it. That's what I think. I think that Candace knows very well what happened.
As them boys talk, there's going to be an arrest warrant for one of them. And then boom.
Right. And they're inching closer to Mexico. You know what I mean? They didn't go to the East Coast. You know? I mean, they get wind of something coming down the pike and an arrest warrant that, you know, Mexico's not that far. You know, and I don't think they'd ever outrun a search warrant for sure. They're not that bright. But
yeah, but the police seem to have nothing. If somebody don't talk at this point, like if somebody don't physically come out and say something, there's nothing.
Well, and two, the boys might not have said something too because that is hanging over their head that they might have had to go back.
That's true.
I mean, you know, like if they thought, oh, I might have to go back to that, I'm not going to say anything. Like
John B. the Wells have already left Tennessee.
You know, so
Elvis has left the building. You know what I'm saying? Elvis has left the building. I don't feel they're coming back there.
Right. So the boys having that freedom of, oh, I don't have to go back. I can finally say my truth. That might bring a whole new, you know, something to this case. It might be the case.
Somebody said they're behind on their taxes. If he's behind on his taxes, they got the house. Last I heard, Don said the house is for sale.
I mean, that's fine. They'll get that money and smoke it up or drink it up.
That's what I said. That's what I said, that they're going to squander the money and then have nothing.
It's not going to go to another place that they can own or anything like that, in my opinion. I don't think that they would do that. I mean, I don't know.
But Don's been wanting to leave for a long time. This was his opportunity. He's gotten Candace up out of there. Now it's just a matter of not going back. Candace is stuck where she's at. See what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, if Candace was smart, she'd leave him.
She told everybody that. She told everybody. That's why Kathy, the lady, the friend, has the box. She was putting things up saying, you know, she was going to leave. You seen how googly eyed she was over BK, right? And then wearing the tinfoil hats and shit. And like she had in every thought in her mind was, hey, this is abusive relationship. But she loves Don. Don loves her and is dysfunctional as hell. But them two people love each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been around, they love you, they're crazy. Like I've been around people like that. I've been around couples that are just like them, they'll die together.
Major codependent.
Energy is not my thing. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I don't understand. That makes me
they have a weird bond. It's they've been together a long time. Ain't nothing started. The cheating ain't stopping that. The drinking ain't stopping that. The drugging
right.
ain't stopping that. Ain't nothing going to stop their bond. Them two people, they're going to go down together on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like when you start drugs and stuff, it does stunt your growth at that age. And they act like a bunch of dang 2-year-olds. They act like a bunch of teenagers. They
Yeah.
don't really. I mean, especially
Just
Candace.
think,
In my opinion,
the boys would have been taking care of them soon. If they could have just held
right.
it up long enough for them boys to have been a little bit older, the boys would have been looking out for Don. They'd have been looking out for Candace. They didn't eventually been taking care of their parents.
Right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
honestly, this is my opinion. I think Candace knows very good and well what happened. I think Candace possibly knows what's good and well what happened. I believe Dawn, to a certain
Maybe.
degree, that he didn't have anything to do with it, but he doesn't want to believe that Candace is capable of doing anything.
Yeah, I believe
Whether
that
it be
too.
an
I can
accident or
rock with
not,
that.
I honestly don't.
Hell no.
And I mean, but guilt by association. If you stick by somebody and you know they killed somebody or that they've done something to someone, you're just as guilty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he loves that toxic environment and that love with Candace more than he does the truth for Summer, because then his whole world would be wrecked. Like he wouldn't have Summer, he wouldn't have Candace, he wouldn't have anything. And then he's, just out there. So I don't know. I see somebody said trauma bond. Exactly. It's a trauma bond for
I don't
sure.
know if that's what it is. I think it's a alcoholic bond, a party
Yeah, I think
bond.
drugs
They've been
and
drinking
alcohol.
together and doing that so long together. They're kind of fused themselves together as one. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you can believe this is as much as they love each other, and I honestly do believe they would ride or die for each other to death. They're not on the same page as people. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that firsthand too. So that's what makes them clash all the time. That's why when they get to drinking, they get to fighting, because they don't have the same brain. It's weird, because usually when two people fuse together like that, they start to think alike, act alike. But these two people, that's why they clash, is because they're not exactly alike.
Mm-hmm.
It's too toxic for me.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But the bad thing is that there's so many other opinions and theories and everything else. If they did find her, like, it would be a hard case to press. I would think, with everything else going on, with all the different theories of who is involved, who's not involved, what happened, what didn't happen. The police don't have anything to stick to them right now, even. Like, everything's on the table still after 2 years almost.
Yeah.
So, I think it would be a hard case.
But it's because that happened in the middle of nowhere. There's no witnesses because they're in the middle of nowhere. If this couldn't happen like this in the city, it can only happen like this in Tennessee in a holler.
Right.
That's
where you have no cameras.
No cameras, no red light cameras, no anything. You commit a crime around here, you're gonna get caught on 57 cameras, doorbell cameras. But in there, that's what I try to tell Tina. The world is so different. You can't see the house. There ain't no neighbors. There ain't nobody around to damn kidnap you.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel like you in the middle of nowhere and hope to see somebody.
What's sad is, I think it's interesting the way I believe. They might not pay for it in this lifetime, but they'll pay for it in the next.
I agree with that. 100%.
God will see that.
I hope they pay for it in this lifetime. I hope I see them pay for it, because if they did it, now I still ain't saying they 100% did it. If they did it, I want them to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't do it, I want them exonerated, and I want to apologize to them. But one way or the other, I want them answers.
Absolutely. And if it was an accident and she freaked out because she thought she was losing the boys, that might be another trigger. That's another theory that I have. Like, maybe it was an accident and she didn't want to lose the boys, so it was like, we can't do anything for Summer. She's gone, but we can save the boys in their mind. So maybe that, with them not having the boys, maybe that will trigger something and she'll slip up, or Don will slip up, or somebody will. you know.
I'm just praying to Jesus that one of them boys go, okay, I'm happy where I'm at. Let me tell the truth. Let me get this off my chest. And he feels it.
But that oldest boy looks so sad. Like he's the only one out of that whole family that, to me, that I've seen show emotion,
Look,
publicly.
You could be abused and abused and abused, and still, them kids probably love Don and Candace. That's their mom and daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Stockholm syndrome or something. You've raised them kids, even though you abuse them, they still love you unconditionally. It's like your pet. You abuse your pet, it still loves you. That dog still loves you, even though you beat on it. It's unconditional love, and them kids have that, right? But they're going to have to feel that unconditional love somewhere else, and maybe they'll talk. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And I mean, I'm not saying Candace was a horrible mom either. It looked like in all the pictures that she showed, they were all having a good time. I think she was more on their mental level than, anybody with the situation. And she liked to have fun with them. I think it could have been an accident. I don't think it was anything intentional necessarily, but I think she just freaked out and was like, I've got to get rid of this so that I can, this situation and get it out of sight, out of mind, to where I don't risk my boys being gone.
Yeah, I think she was drunk. I think she was drunk. I think she had been drinking all day long with damn Hunter, and she was out there. Something happened terrible, and her being drunk, neglectful, and she covered it up. And we're just stuck with that. You know what I'm saying? As horrible as it is, it's the only thing in my mind that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I mean, she would have guilt over it because she would know that she was neglectful.
Yeah. Hey, look,
she'll never. But thank you. I'll let you go so you can have somebody else up.
Okay. All right. You be good.
All right. Thank y'all.
Peace.
All right.
Who was that, Jimmy?
I forgot who she said she was when she called in.
Me too.
Sorry. What was you going to say, Tina?
Oh, I was going to see if you could ask her if she thought Summer was, passed away or just asleep in that back seat, because it kind of sounds like she thinks maybe she was passed away.
Oh yeah, she kind of came off to me as she doesn't think Summer Wells is no longer with us either. Mm-hmm. Especially a sober person in that situation, I think a good person would, call the authorities and say, look, something's tragic happened, my kid, I need help, right?
Yeah.
Hold on one second, caller. And now you take a bad person, they may do something different. Now you take somebody that's just an okay person. Now you've got them, they're drunk and they think, well, my kid is dead, I'm gonna go to jail, and then they do something horrible. And I've always believed that's what happened. I believe Candace was drinking that day. Somehow she's took her eye off of Summer. Something's happened. She left her in the car, maybe heat stroke or something of that nature. And she just made a horrible decision. Instead of doing the right thing, she did the wrong thing. And everything after that's covering it up, a lie. Once you tell one lie, you got to tell 1,000 lies to cover it up.
But I wanna know, Jimmy, literally, I mean, they're going to a place to swim and spend the day and, get a slushie and all this stuff. Why weren't the boys invited? I mean, I think it was really all just orchestrated and planned. The boys, I
think because the boys were old enough to tell Candace was trying to smooth up on Hunter, and Summer wasn't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Summer didn't understand quite what was going on yet. But that 10-year-old boy would have been like, yo, you ain't supposed to be doing that. That 10-year-old boy knows who his daddy is.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people think that they had a friendly relationship. Well, a lot of people believe they had an inappropriate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
According to Jose, Hunter lost his big V to Candace Wells.
Oh, wow.
So
I didn't hear that. When did he say that?
He said that a while back. That's been a while back.
No, right? But I mean, was that?
And I asked Andrew one day, and then Andrew was like, no, because you remember Andrew's played both sides the bass too himself. Now I tell Andrew when he comes up here, because Andrew watches and he calls in. In the beginning, he was playing both sides the bass. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something to him. And the first time I met Andrew, I said, well, what do you think about your son having inappropriate relationships with Candace Wells? And he was like, oh, no, they were just homies. They wouldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Not wasn't nothing like that. Blah. A week later, he's out there accusing Candace Wells of messing with his son. You know what I'm saying? You got Andrew Hiltz like that. So it's like, but yeah, so some people think the whole relationship was completely inappropriate. Summer was at the lake. Why nobody was watching her is because they were over there off in the cut.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why would you take a young man to somewhere there ain't a bunch of people around?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I was a young man. You know what I'm saying? I know how older women act.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But see, I honestly thought when Hunter said that they turned, their heads for a second, then when they turned back, she was under the water and she jumped in, or he jumped in.
He said, yeah, he did say that. Let me answer this, Tina.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dolly.
Hey, boss. Could you please post the StreamYard link? Ours is failing. The one the mods copied isn't working.
Okay.
Please,
Here,
don't be mad.
I'll post it right now for you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, peace.
Oh.
There you go. There's the StreamYard link, guys. I don't know why it wouldn't have been working, but there you go.
Is that Quiet Mind?
Yeah, that was Quiet Mind. The one guy made it up here. What's his name? Michael? Was it Michael?
William.
That's it. I should have knew it. That's my best friend's name. I forgot that dude's name. Been a while since I've been in. Okay. Hello, y'all. What's up? Truth Seeker. Yep, it's the only common sense thing. So I don't know the whole Summer Wells stuff, but I'm glad that the West boys' parents were found guilty. Well, the adopted parents. You know, you can't be abused. Especially they wasn't treating their kids like that. They wasn't abusing their kids, but they would openly abusing them two adopted kids. And here's the thing: if a kid is, if you beat a kid and it's crying, and then you beat it to make it stop crying, that is the weirdest. Like, I wish somebody would get them in a cell and beat them till they cried, and then beat them till they stop crying. You know how much beating you got to do to make somebody stop crying? That's impossible, right? You can't beat somebody to try to get them. That's hurting them. That's what's making them to cry to begin with. Like, this horrible people, monsters. They had them babies for money, and that was it. The system has to do a better job at vetting these people.
That's right. And Jimmy, I wondered, like, literally, I mean, of course she's beyond elated, but the biological mother is feeling today.
It's horrible. She said,
I mean the justice and all that. I don't know.
I bet she still feels bad.
Yeah.
And because her kid got hurt. From my understanding, her youngest child got a fracture when she wasn't there under her care. And they took that child because that child was there with the boyfriend or baby daddy or something like that. They took that child. So when she got pregnant with the next child, they automatically just took it. Right? God. So then they put it in the hands of them people, and look what happened. They just blatantly took these babies for money. They didn't care nothing about these babies. They were abusing them the whole time, And like, I'm an eye for eye kind of guy. I think if you're abusing somebody and torturing people, that's what they should do to you. And like, I've been to jail. I ain't never been to prison, but there ain't nobody sitting around in no jail torturing you.
Right.
You sitting there watching TV, eating, reading the newspaper. I mean, to me, that ain't the same as taking a life. That ain't justice. Justice when you take a life is your life is taken.
That's right. I have a question. Is the death penalty down there? Where are they in California?
West? Yeah. Cal City.
So is there a death penalty in California? I should know, and I don't.
I mean, I'm not positive where the death penalties are in our country. Yeah. I know this. It should be 100% across the board. We don't live in different, countries. We all in the same country. If you take a life here, or if you take a life 1,000 miles from me, I think the punishment should be the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. We all live in the same country. You kill somebody here, you should pay with your life. And like all these people, I mean, I understand this. I understand the argument, you know. Well, sometimes we execute the wrong people. Well, guess what? Sometimes we execute the right people.
The right people.
Sometimes you break a few eggs making an omelet. Okay. I mean, it sucks, but the system is the system. It's the best system we got. Okay. And these people that do these heinous damn things, pull the switch on them. You know, like don't do that, because this thing, if I wanted to go on a killing spree, the first thing I'm going to think as a mass murderer is, well, let me go to a state that don't got the death penalty. You know, because then I'm not going to die. I'm going to go to prison. I'm going to live the rest of my life. That's not justice. That's not justice.
No. Jeez.
So I don't know. In Virginia, my state, they've done away with the death penalty. And I just totally disagree with it, because I'm thinking, well, somebody can kill me now and they get to live the rest of their life in prison. They get to live the rest of their life. You know, that's no, death scares people. It is the scariest thing to some people. Okay. If you want to live, death is the scariest thing you can face. Okay. If you want to live. Now, if you want to die, death ain't shit, right? But if you want to live, death is the worst punishment you could give somebody.
When they eventually get it.
Yeah, when they eventually get it. But they get it. I mean, eventually is better than never.
No, I know that.
Like, you know? And anybody that's like, you get a room of people in there that their loved ones have been killed, and I guarantee you that majority of them people, I ain't saying all of them, because some people are God-fearing people and they believe that's up to God. I get it. I get both sides of the argument. But I guarantee the majority of them people are going to stand strongly behind the death penalty if they've lost loved ones of some horrific, heinous way, right? Serial killers and murderers and just random rapers. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can understand there was a couple, a man and a woman, and they get in a fight and the woman kills the man and they don't want her to go to the death. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But these brutal, heinous crimes where people hurt people for absolutely no reason, there's no motive for it. It's just heinous. No justice. Justice is an eye for an eye. All right, let me take this call before you me to death.
Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. I mean.
Dolly!
Dolly is brilliant. The haters are going to be so wound up that you found a way to have a panel and still do call-ins. It's amazing. I can't wait to see them spin tonight.
Well, you know, it's always something.
Friday night.
You know, it's always. Well, I got big plans tonight. I'm packing up to leave after this. I'm going to the scariest house in the country tonight. The most haunted. I might get possessed by the devil tonight.
You might not come back.
I might not. It might be the last time y'all see me. Okay, I got the command center packed up. I'm leaving in just a little bit. Let them hate. I'm gonna be out. Matter of fact, I'm going to a theme park tomorrow. I'm gonna be on roller coasters, eating ribs. I'm gonna be living my best life. Let them hate.
That's nice. Yeah.
Apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Hell yeah. I would love to do that.
Yeah, I'm on ghost hunts and roller coasters and all kinds of cool shit. Let them hate. I'm living my best life. Hate me from a distance.
Exactly, but it'll give us people at home, something to watch,
Yeah.
And like it's fun. It's funny at times, but it's like they kind of realized the other day and I happened to be in there when it happened, so that was kind of cool. They kind of realized that the soap thing is not working.
It's definitely not working for them.
It's not working. And one of the women
is back to Betty.
Right, they are.
They're back to Betty that quick. They were losing Soapgate 2023. They seen I was making money. They were helping my sales. I was selling Soapgate 2023 t-shirts. They were like, yeah, I think we're losing this fight. Can we do something else? Right? They had a secret planning mission. They were like, okay, abort without saying we're aborting.
Exactly. I saw that this morning and I was like, oh man.
It's like giving up without waving the white flag. They're like, we're quitting, but we ain't gonna say we're quitting. We lost, but we ain't gonna claim defeat. Okay. It's just like we're gonna bow our heads and just duck our tails and Be like, Dolly got us. What can we do? I'm an entertainer. They ain't.
Exactly. So one of the women, and it was one of the women that had a softer voice, and she was like, well, just when you get ripped off by Dolly, don't come crying to us. And I'm like, why would
Oh, spare me.
people that got a product that they paid for go crying to people? I don't understand this logic. And like, who makes you in charge of how people spend their money? You know, like who are you? It's like when people would say to the Wells, well, tell me what, where were you, or why didn't you do this or that, or or show me this. And I'm always thinking, who the hell are you that they have to do that? I'm sure they've shown it to the police and the FBI.
Yeah.
And so it's like, who are you? I mean, these are grown people in your audience that
when do people
enjoy
think
what you do?
that you have to answer to them? Is my thing. Like, who do I ain't gotta answer? I'm a grown ass man. Who does I gotta show me this? Fuck off.
Right.
All the way off. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say clunk off.
Like that is try to justify anything, because then they're gonna start spinning around you. They're trolls, basically.
Oh, I know. That's where they get their content.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really, it's so lazy. And I honestly think that a lot of the people like them kind of fear your popularity, because then they might have to do something,
Well, they got to step their game up. People want to realize, hey, you can come over here, have a good time. We can sit over there bored into a damn coma. Then it ain't, but to me, it's never been a competition, because usually I stream in the middle of the night when there's nobody on. So I don't try to compete with people on the internet. That's why I stream in the middle of the night. I don't care if they got 1,000 people in their room and they got 10,000 people in the room. If they had 100,000 people, it don't change my life none. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get all jelly belly about people, because if they're jelly of me, think about me. There's Mr. Beast. There's damn Up there. They got millions and millions. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just you jealous of the wrong damn person if you jealous of me. You know what I'm saying? If you hating on me, you need to pick somebody better to hate on, because there's a whole lot better people than me.
They're using you as their measuring stick.
I guess.
Success.
I guess. Just step your game up. Work hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't be jealous. Learn.
Yeah. And see, and that's what a lot of people, that's how I feel about it is, I like to see somebody work for my money. I go to the store, or I go someplace, and I'll spend, $150, $200. I don't even get a thank you for shopping here anymore. I'm thanking them, So really, it's a nice thing to get like entertainment and a product that you can buy, that you would buy if you were out. You would buy if you saw it at Bed Bath and Beyond.
If I was sitting here taking just super chats, they would say I was a grifter. If I'm selling something, they're going to say I'm ripping people off. So anything I do, they just hate me because they ain't me, and they're going to have a negative side to it. They're going to spin it in a negative way no matter what I do.
Right.
So to F them, who cares what they say? I've seen channels like that come and go 1,000 times, and by the time I look at this next year, I won't even know who they are.
Right. I agree with that. Because it'll get boring. Everybody gets bored with that. I don't understand.
And
people.
you can only waterboard me to death with Betty for so long.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Oh,
I mean, the panel seems like they're having a good time, and then the people talking in the chat seem to know each other, but I don't know. It's weird.
Well, it's the same people that jump around from hate channel to hate channel to hate channel. It's not like it's not like their channels are going to grow. Like, we'll look at this hate channel, and I guarantee you this year, over the next year, they won't grow 1,000 people, because it's been the same haters for years, the same people saying the same stuff, right? It's the same negative people. It ain't like they're growing new negative people. They're just it's just the same hating ass people. I don't even worry. I can almost name them now. They've been hating for so long, So it's like, who cares? The majority of the people out here, they want good content. They don't want a bunch of people shitting on each other. When there ain't nothing going on, of course, people are going to feed into the drama. right? Because there ain't nothing else going on. But when there's stuff going on, you think they care about these drama channels? Hell no, they want to know about what's going on.
Right. Right.
Get their weight up, not
They're,
their weight up,
yeah,
like you say, Jimmy.
But yeah, when I started over here on this, you know how YouTube will recommend, and I started watching you, and like I say, I don't say much into the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and I will watch others' channels, and then I'll check things out because we're in crime, investigating kind of thing. So I'll check the allegations out, and it's always bull. And you're the only one that I followed, and I followed a few people, and I can't unfollow. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but they will not let me unfollow these people. And JLR is one of them. I'm so tired of seeing his face, and I can't do anything about it.
Oh,
anyway,
JLR.
Yeah.
Well, them people that he's in with those people.
Yeah.
People don't want to believe me, right? But when does Dolly stir you wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe it that them two people are working together, but they are. So the YouTube, you'll see these people shit talk, and then next thing you know, they're doing dirty stuff together. It's weird. You can't trust anything, guys. I'm telling you now, you can't trust anything you see on YouTube. You can't trust anything you see on YouTube. I'm telling you firsthand. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, well, you have a good night.
All right, bye. Peace. Hey, Short Legs is in the back. Hey, Short Legs, can you turn your camera off?
People can believe me.
Hey, Short Legs.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi, Lori.
Hi. I wrote this down real quick. I wanted to read it about the West boys, okay?
Okay.
Jurors found the West guilty of second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, and child cruelty regarding Orrin West, 4 years old, but failed to reach a verdict on second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder in connection with Orson's death. He's 3 years old. A guilty verdict for child cruelty was returned regarding Orson. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had heard earlier, that they were found guilty for the one boy, but a hung jury on the second one. And the second boy is the one that the son reported that he heard what sounded like a shampoo bottle dropping, and then he never seen the boy again. And I heard it was like 10-2 in the verdict. There was a couple people that couldn't reach a decision.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought that would have been the easier one. The first boy, I can be honest with you. If I was on that jury, I wouldn't have found him guilty of killing that boy. I wouldn't have. I couldn't have. Not off the testimony of their son. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have rightfully said that they killed that boy. That second boy, you might have been able to
I understand that, but they found him deceased. The one child found the boy deceased. And he saw him deceased, where he didn't see the other child deceased.
I know, but if he saw the boy deceased and he describes the boy as choked to death, then how can you charge the parents with murder if the baby choked to death?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I couldn't have charged them people with murder. That baby, if that boy came in there and said he seen the baby choked to death.
It was child cruelty. They didn't take him to the hospital and care for him properly.
I understand
that. He died in the bed.
I understand that, but my argument in the jury chamber would have been like, this baby's choked to death. The parents didn't come in there and kill him.
Right.
Okay.
I see
that would have been my argument in there with the other 11 people. I'd have been like, look, this baby died. I mean, the other baby, yeah, this baby, it choked to death. Okay. Sad as that is, that kid came in there and gave a testimony. That baby, he was in there. He was dead. He was in a pile of throw up. Their baby bottle was beside him. He touched the kid and he was cold. He never said the kid was deceased. He said the kid was cold.
Mm-hmm.
No, he said the that the boy was dead, he said.
I thought he just said he was cold. He felt cold. And that they got rid of him and they never told him what they did with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know there's neglect and stuff like that, but I'm talking about far as the murder charge itself. It's like, it sounds like that baby choked to death.
I have a question, you guys. That Amber, the Amber that comes up on your panel, she wrote that a cell phone was ground up and put in his bottle.
Oh, what was?
A cell phone.
A cell phone?
Yeah, that Amber Dawn Rising. A cell phone was ground up and put in.
I never heard that.
I saw.
Did you ever hear that?
I didn't hear it. No.
I didn't hear that either.
I saw it in chat, and then
I heard they
said,
took his
"What
whole
the
meal
hell?"
dough and put it in a blender, like whatever food they were eating, and ground all that up and fed it to him, and he choked to death.
Right.
I mean, he choked, I guess, allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I don't know where she heard that, but horrible.
And I believe the kid is telling the truth.
Yeah.
The son the one that testified, the older one. I believe he's telling the truth when he seen the kid in the throw up and the kid was cold and dead, and that he heard the other baby fall, but he didn't know. Imagine how scared he was. Wouldn't you be scared if your parents were in there killing kids?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, I'd be scared to death. I ain't saying nothing to mom and dad tonight. They're like killing rampage
He's
in there.
gonna have troubles his whole life now.
Yeah.
And now he has to adjust to different parents.
And no parents.
He'll probably have night terrors. Poor thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And brave of him to step up and actually do the right thing, because it's his mom and dad, and he knows that doing this, he's never going to see his mom and dad again. And he still did the right thing, and that takes a lot of courage.
How old were his siblings, you guys? The 10-year-old.
They had they had 6 kids total, right? They had 2 biological kids and 4 adopted kids.
Oh, that's right.
And they only treated the last two bad.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went out to search, he searched for a total of 6 minutes.
Well, he would have the older children beat the younger children, which was
and
just
did you hear what
terrible.
he would make the 2 boys fight?
The worst parenting I ever heard of.
Yeah, when the other kid would take the kid's bottle and drink it, he would make the other kid hit the other kid. He would make the kids fight.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the parents didn't like the eating noises, so they blend the boy's food and made him drink it from a bottle. That is so,
Golly.
I mean, yeah, that's what they should feed them in jail, too. They should blend all that jail food together and just give it to them in a bottle.
Oh, good idea. Jeez.
Yeah, what they did to them kids is horrible. And when they adopt kids out, they need to go check on the kids more. Like have a social worker go by the house once every couple weeks or something.
Yes.
And where they can just go missing for months and months at a time, and then finally somebody's going to show up, so they report them missing. Because if somebody was about to show up, that's the only reason they reported them missing.
Yeah.
Well, there's always been problems with the system. It's never worked properly.
I mean, there's real good stories. There's real good stories too.
Yeah. Well,
not being fed properly. It's a lot of stories.
Jimmy, your BFF, BK, was involved with that West Boys investigation.
He tries to insert himself in anything he can, try to F up. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That is definitely not who you want involved in anything, No. So
that's the first time I ever saw him on YouTube.
Yeah, I heard they did a bunch of weirdo stuff during the West Boys stuff in the very beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were already doing weirdo stuff before I got into true crime, though.
Yeah.
Because I came in, now it's just barely over a year ago. So,
mm-hmm.
And I heard all the nightmare stories about them sleeping with victims of parents of missing kids and different things. I was just like, you got to be shitting me, but nah, I guess that's YouTube is a monster. Well, the people on YouTube are some monsters. The YouTube itself ain't a monster.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, YouTube gets used for people who have weird fetishes also, which is something you have to watch out for. They don't, sometimes people don't stay on the topics in the chats and.
Well, I mean, the chat is that's its own world. I usually don't worry too much about what's, I try to get my mods to worry about what goes on the chat. But as far as the chat, I can't keep up with the chat and what's going on at the show usually at the same time. So I usually read pieces of the chat. I don't never read the whole chat. So that's why I always like Jimmy's blind. It's just I don't constantly read it, because if I'm constantly reading the chat, I can't think about what you guys are saying on the panel either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I like it when YouTubers meet up for good purposes together, but when a YouTuber goes after another person because they want to yell and scream at them, I don't know if that's, the best thing.
Well, a lot of them hate channels, what they like to do is they like to gang up and get a bunch of people on panel to talk about you. Like me, when I drag a person on the internet or I got to say something about you, it's usually just me. Like I don't get a bunch of people up here with me and then start talking bad about people. That ain't what I do, because I don't need to do that. If I got something to say or something to say to you, it's between me and you. It ain't between my audience. It ain't between 50 people on my panel. And that's what them people need to come at somebody, is they need their whole army. They're not leaders. They're just a pack of followers. You got to have leaders in this world. You got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You got to be able to stand up and battle your own fight. Fight your own fight.
Mm-hmm. And I believe you, Lori, but for the past 8 months, I haven't seen any fetishes in a chat anywhere.
Well, we ain't going into anything kind of like that anyway.
No.
I don't know.
You brought up the foot fetish.
I'm not asking her to bring anything up.
Who?
Well,
Who
I
did?
brought it up, but I'm not into it or anything like that. I said that some
in the chat. What are y'all talking about? Y'all were talking about feet in the chat?
When I was on panel once, I brought that men like feet.
Oh, okay. Well, we ain't gonna go in there. We'll save that for the panel channel, Tina. This is true crime stuff here.
Oh yeah. Well,
and same thing, Lori.
Lori brought it up.
Okay.
We stick true crime here. Y'all, all that other stuff we'll save for the late night.
Yeah, we'll be good girls.
Dolly Uncensored. So, but anyway, Candace, Don Wells, they're never going back to Tennessee. That's my theory. That's what I'm sticking with. I mean, they're going to go back to sell that house and get their stuff. But far as going back to live in Tennessee, I think Elvis has left the building.
Mm-hmm. And you said, Jimmy, they're gone already? They're gone?
I mean, it must be. I would think it's extremely hard for Candace to leave that house in that area, without her daughter. But I could see where a man would be like, well, I have to work and we have to, change residence. That's it. He wanted to, though, leave that property to his boys, like his mother left it to him. So I know it's probably also very difficult for him to sell that property, for Don to sell the property.
No, it's not. He wanted to sell that property before Summer even came up missing. We got Dumpling in the back. What's up, Dumpling?
Hey, she's outside. Hi, Dumpling.
What's good with you?
Hi, hold on, I gotta fix. Okay, there we go. Does it sound okay? Is the wind messing me up?
Yeah, but turn your camera off.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
We're trying to keep the lag down. It seems to work better with people not talking over each other.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know. Some people were saying Dumpling come up.
Oh, you don't even know why you came up?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about the Summerwell stuff. It was Don and Candace ever going to go back to Tennessee. We were also touching in on the West boys. How do you know the family was found guilty of the one boy, but not the other boy?
Okay, well, I don't know anything about the
Except
West
for
boys.
child cruelty.
Yeah, they were definitely cruel to the children. What do you think? You think Don and Candace are gone from Tennessee for good there, Dumpling?
Yeah, I do, because like you said, she got rid of that dog and she loved that dog. Well, I was under the impression that she loved that dog. When she was on panels, she seemed like she loved the dog.
Yeah, so why get rid of your dog if you're just coming back? Wouldn't you just be like, hey, could you watch my dog? I'll be back in a couple weeks. Why would you be
Right.
like, all right, here's the dog back. I can't take care of the dog no more. I'm leaving. But
And then,
here's the,
go ahead. Sorry.
what about Don's probation? Like, no, does anybody know what the circumstances of his probation are?
I am pretty sure that he could get permission to move from his probation officer if it was under the right circumstances. And so it being because of work, I think that he would be able to get permission as long as, FBI and everyone's good with it. They're not under investigation, anything like that. I'm sure he could easily get permission, but I don't know. That would be the normal person. I don't know about someone whose child's missing under suspicious circumstances,
Yeah, but they're not a suspect in the disappearance of their kid, according to the police.
No.
I mean,
So
they're
then,
not treating them as a suspect.
right. So then if that's the case, then he could easily get permission to go for work,
It is unusual that they would let him leave the state.
Now, they can transfer your probation to a whole nother state.
So they must have a transfer program, but then the state it's going to, it might be a little, the laws might be a little different.
Well, did y'all hear Candace say that she was going back to Tennessee to get her boys' stuff and her stuff, or her boys' stuff and Summer's stuff? I can't remember which. It was her stuff and the boys' stuff, her stuff and Summer's stuff. Whichever one, she said she was going back to get the stuff and then going back to Arkansas. Did any of y'all hear that?
No.
I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear it.
She said it. She said it on a panel.
A prayer garden, or what's the other one she goes on? I forget.
I don't
Maybe
I don't want to say names. Think cow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Cow.
All right.
Oh my gosh, critters.
So she said she was going back there to get her stuff.
Yes. And then she was going to go back to where they are now. And I guess that means they're moving there, staying there, planning to.
I heard they had a place there. I know somebody that lives out there, and they said they already got a place and everything out here. There's 600 people in the room right now, guys. If you're just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like on the video. Lolo gets a treat at 500. So hook the little dog up.
Well, I believe Don did say that he found a big 2-story house for them to live in.
I mean, I knew.
He did want the elder boy. He wanted the oldest boy.
But they've lost the boys at this point, so they're done.
He might get the oldest boy. But
I'm hearing now he ain't getting none of them. That he's lost all of them already. That's what I'm hearing. That's what came down to the grapevine to me, that he's lost all the boys.
Well, there hasn't been a custody hearing. They're in,
No, I heard they had court the 18th.
They did?
Something.
I know their court date was the same day as mine.
Was it a custody hearing?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think. How are they going to court if they're not even in Tennessee?
It might have been a court case to ask if they could leave the state.
You don't need a court case to leave state. You just need probation. Permission from your probation officer. I've been on probation and left the state and had to go get permission from my PO.
Guys, if they hadn't already lost custody of those boys, I don't think he would have said that the boys are happier there and they're thinking about just letting them be.
They lost.
Yeah.
In the beginning, remember how long ago they were trying to raise money? They were trying to get 10,000 up. Remember the hate channel was like, Dolly's going to try to raise $10,000 for them. No, the hell I didn't. But they were trying to raise that money because they were trying to fight. They've lost, man. And you seeing these people give up is what it was. They were there to fight for their boys. That's it. They
But
wasn't
Jimmy,
there hunting for summer. They were there fighting for their boys.
but Jimmy, I don't even agree with that quite as much because a whole year ago, they had a chance to go visit them, and they were literally on prayer garden saying, "Nah, it's too far." I mean, whatever, you know.
Or was it we ain't got the money so they could grift some money to get there?
Yeah, I mean,
Or some money for some drinking.
I don't think they gave 100%, is what I'm saying, to ever get those boys back. And I'm glad they didn't. I'll just say it publicly.
I think Benny Keys said it best. I hate to say it. He said, "Man, you a drywall dude and you want me to come drywall your house." I mean, that is I hate to say it. That is the smartest thing BK has ever said in his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And he said it best. He was like, "Dude, you a drywall dude and you want me to come drywall your house."
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of explains it all.
Right.
That's a hard job.
No, I mean, you got to do shit for yourself. It's basically what he's saying. Hey, man, I ain't going to do shit you can do. I'll help you, but why am I do some shit you can do? Is what he's saying. It's like they're not trying. They're not trying like they should be trying.
That's right.
Okay? They're just not trying. And the world sees that. The internet sees that.
Well, with the children not there, I guess they just gave up. You know, they have no reason to fix the house. If they don't have their children.
The house ain't that bad. Hey, Jamie.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. Hold on, let me mute the background. Am I muted now in the background?
Oh my God! Hi.
Well, from what we've seen, the house is a wreck.
Tina did it.
Well, I'm telling you, I've walked through the house. I've been in the house. I've sat in the house. It ain't a mansion, but it ain't bad, like that bad.
I think they're running from the law.
Okay, real quick. Someone last night pointed out, and it made a lot of sense, that Dolly, you know how his house looks. I mean, most of us do because of at least because of photos and because of Chris M's video. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say another thing.
It don't look like Chris M's video anymore in there.
Yeah, well, okay, so this is what I'm saying. If you know it's dangerous, your kids being there, because we can all admit, I'm not judging by money or anything, but we can all admit it did look kind of dangerous for children.
It did. It ain't no doubt. It looked dangerous as shit. It's still dangerous.
So if what you do at your job is fix up houses and you know how to do all of that, wouldn't you be working on your house for your kids? You wouldn't be making them live like that. Like maybe after work, do one small thing. On the weekends, do a small project. I just don't feel like they were doing everything they could do in the first place.
Because he spent it on drugs.
Well,
no, because here's the thing. I can say this far as working in construction. Who's typing?
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Me.
Okay. So, I work construction for years. So I go out wire houses all day long. Like I come home and some of my electrical shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't fix it because I'm tired time I get home. I can understand that on Don Wells a little bit. But after so long, you start to fix those things. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get time or a day off, I'll do a little bit around the house. But I can get why he didn't go home and just fix everything if he worked all day. But manly as Candace is, why didn't she upkeep the house better if she didn't work? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And at least put a damn bathroom door. I'm sorry. It's just
my understanding. They didn't even have nothing, like walls were missing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I've seen it after the fact. Like I walked in there, the basement is drywalled. It's new drywall. You can tell it's new. It don't have the stairs in it where it goes from the underneath the sink to the upstairs. He was talking about I want to put in some fucking oak or something. Dude, your big dream. You know how people have big dreams, small pockets?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody ain't short legs. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
Dolly, if you would, I know guys who come home from work, take a shower, eat, whatever, and go to another job for their family. If your house was like that, you're going to come home and you're going to make effort to make it better for your kids, for their living conditions.
I agree. like even my stuff that I need to fix in my house, if I had small kids here, I'd have done fixed it.
Right. That's what I'm
You see
saying.
what I'm
Like those
saying?
stairs. Those stairs
But
were
what
so steep. Do you
here's the
want a
thing though
5-year-old?
is he has big dreams and small pockets, is what I'm trying to tell you. Like he's like, yeah, I want to put some oak shit here. And I'm thinking in my mind, man, you just need to put some fucking stairs here.
Right.
Okay? Don't gotta be oak. It could be some fucking anything that your ass ain't gonna fall through a hole in your house. You
Don't
know?
you think he could have used maybe some leftover material from his jobs that he might have had? Just gather that stuff up. Do anything to make it safer. Because
He's
you know,
dreaming big instead of fixing within his means.
yeah,
Okay?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
wants this
Yeah.
nice, extravagant shit in a shack. Okay, dude, just build some fucking stairs, put some carpet down, paint it, make it livable. You can't turn. You can only polish a turd.
So what happened to the stairs that were in there? He ripped them out?
I guess he ripped them out.
Did you say polish a turd?
I'm just saying you can only polish it so good. It's still a pile of shit. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
gosh. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I think you guys, I think he was exhausted because his own friends said that he would go on these 2-week sprees, 2 weeks, and do all that cocaine and hang out with prostitutes. He was probably
Yeah, when he should have been
exhausted.
fixing
Yeah.
his house.
You're darn right.
That's what I was gonna say. Weren't
You
they
know who
like
got the
heavy
new oak
drinkers and stuff?
stairs? You know who got the new oak stairs? The dope man, the prostitute. I guarantee you go in their house, their shit's oak.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You're
It
right.
is.
You know
Because
that
they got
old
his money.
saying, you could put a plate of gold in front of someone and a plate of shit in front of them, and they'll pick the plate of shit.
How about that theory, but a plate of gold and then a plate of any substance they are, you know what I mean? And they'll choose the substance instead of
I
making their life
guarantee you
better to
that.
choose the gold.
Well,
You
that's
know
what
what
they
I'm saying?
did instead of choosing.
Well, they
his
would
kid.
choose the gold and go buy some substances. You know how
Well,
people
yeah,
are.
that too. But yeah, but I get what you were saying, Lori. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's just, that's just how, yeah, okay.
So Jamie
I take
wanted
the
to
gold.
say something.
I go hit the dispensary and the Lamborghini factory.
Oh my
Mhm.
God. Jamie wanted to say something.
Have you ever been in a
Is it
Lamborghini,
okay?
Dolly?
No, nah,
Mhm.
Jimmy,
Never
is
been
it
in one.
okay
Never
for
drove one. I
Jamie
just
to
always
say
joke about it
something?
all the time.
It's okay. I
Is
can
it
wait.
okay? Well, you haven't had a chance to even talk.
Oh, it's all right. I'm listening. I'm having fun.
Is it
Okay.
Jamie
Oh,
Peace on
wait,
panel?
who is that? I can't see who
Yes.
it is.
And to be
Hey,
dead
Jamie.
honest with you, if I had Lamborghini money, I probably still wouldn't buy a Lamborghini.
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't?
Nah, I don't drive
I'd
fast.
rent one for a day.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't mind driving it. You know what I'm saying? But far as like, I'd have to be super rich to own one because it ain't. I would rather have a big, badass truck.
I don't know. The owner of a liquor store over here, when we were young, he had one and he gave us all rides in it.
And I mean, you figure a big badass truck, that's a couple $100,000 right there.
And you
Guys,
can
I
drive it
think
year
if
round.
I'm not a guy, but I think even if I were rich, I would not like a Lamborghini. You can get just as nice as a car for like that 100,000 cheaper. I
Yeah.
just don't see it. Why? How did we get the Lamborghinis? I don't know, but I was just throwing that in there for y'all.
He asked me,
Oh,
have I ever
it's all a
drove
status
one or
symbol.
something?
It's all
Yeah, it's a status symbol. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I got more money than you. It's
You
to
have
show
to
how
go
much
to
money
car
you got.
shows, have some fun.
Jamie's got a nice truck, don't you, Jamie? We've talked.
Yeah, we just got a
on
Silverado.
Messenger.
Awesome. I like my truck. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't
That's
buy a little
big, a
tiny ass
Silverado.
car.
Yeah, I love it.
I'd probably crash out in a Silverado. Isn't that a huge truck?
Yeah, and it has heated seats and air conditioned seats.
Damn.
That's an upgrade
Oh,
for
that's
me. That's an upgrade
fantastic.
for me.
Air
My
conditioning.
daughter felt the air conditioning and she's like, Mama, I felt like I was peeing myself or something because I put the AC on for her and she didn't know. She was like, Mom, what's wrong with the seats? I said, I put the AC on, you feel it? And she's like, Mama, I thought I had an accident or something. She's like, I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, that's so
It feels
Damn.
weird at first because
I
I've
mean,
never had air conditioning
my truck
before.
got AC too if you roll the window down.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
what we
Man,
used
roll
to
that shit
have.
on down. It'll blow air right up in here.
That's what we've always had. I've never had this souped up stuff before,
Yeah,
but
that's fancy.
upgrade.
Yeah.
But no, I had a
My
question.
Nissan has heated
Oh,
seats,
goodness.
and
I love them.
what do you call
Especially
that?
in the
I always want
winter.
to say T-tops. Has what's
The
that
real
word?
Rockin' Robin says, I want a GMC maxed out. That's what I drive as a GMC jacked up 6-inch country lift on some 36-inch tires. It's big.
Yeah, I like your truck, Dolly. Yours looks hot. That's awesome.
I do like your truck.
I mean, I
too,
want to
though.
upgrade it a little bit. I wanted to put some big KC lights and shit on it, but I went and looked at the prices of KC lights, and then I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
I feel like
Wow.
Them rednecks are rich.
I feel like every Southern man that has a truck should have a lift kit on it. I just feel like it ain't right without the lift kit. And the
Yeah.
big tires. That's how it looks
So
right
I'll break
for
a
me.
leg jumping out that bitch with my little ass.
We had to get the runners for my truck. We had to get runners because we can't get our mothers into the trucks because they're old and they're like we can't get in. So we
I
had to
would
get
probably
runners
need
to
help
step
getting
up.
up in there.
I kept tripping
It's-
getting out. I kept forgetting. I was like gonna fall on my face getting out because I wasn't used to
oh
it. I
my
was using my
God.
Jeep Liberty.
Mm.
But no, I
Yeah,
had
you
a
used to be
question
in.
about.
I'm used to being able to step out too. Now I got to jump out because if I step out,
Yeah,
I'll break my damn neck.
you better get some runners.
Well,
Welcome to my
I
world.
got running boards on the sides. I just don't have the step down.
There's probably
I
a
see what you're
step you can
saying.
get for it.
It is. They got you for like 1,500. You can put the electric ones on it. So when you open the door, it goes and comes out. You can step down on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
like
that for
1,500 bucks.
tailgates even. I've seen that for
Mm.
like tailgates that like they have like a ladder thing and all kinds of stuff so you can literally tailgate party.
Did you buy the new Silverado? Because my buddy just bought one diesel, and when you flip down the tailgate, it comes down in 2 pieces, and one part has speakers in it.
Oh,
No,
wow.
no, my friend, he's got the 22 and I think his does that.
Yeah,
And
it has
like
the speakers and a
where the
cooler in
motor
the.
is, there's no motor in the front. You open it up and that's a trunk. There's like no motor there.
Oh, my buddy got the new 2023 Silverado diesel, and when you open up the hitch, the tailgate of it, it comes down in 2 pieces. There's a cooler, some speakers. It's for tailgate, and it has a little cup holders built
Yeah.
into it. I was like,
Yeah,
that shit's
that's what I
cool as hell.
want.
I've
That's
seen
what I
that
want next.
commercial.
Yeah, that's what he just got.
That's what I'm
That's
looking for
cool.
next. Probably won't ever get one.
I
But
would
no,
get
I
a
had a
little fold up
question.
slide and put it in my truck. And when I open the door to get out, I'll just unfold the slide and slide down. Sorry, Jamie, go ahead.
A little spinny
No, you're
slide,
fine.
Yeah.
a little circular slide. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I need to learn how to drive and get me a pickup. All you ladies got one.
I have an SUV. Jamie, what's your question?
I have an SUV,
Oh.
but it's
I
Well, I
got
don't
close
want
to
to.
the
I
ground.
got too many vehicles. I got to get rid of some stuff. So
Because
Well, you
I
I'm
got
gotta
my
have
short.
too
I
many
got
than
my
not
little
enough.
Chevy. I drive my Chevy Cruze. I got a little Chevy Cruze. This is like a little tiny ass car. I drive that the most of anything, to be dead honest. And I got the
It's
Jeep.
probably cheaper on gas though, right?
Yeah, it's cheap as shit on gas.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like driving a goat kart. It's easy to whip around town. And I got the Jeep, the truck, and the vet.
You
got a
don't ever
vet?
drive the Jeep? You don't
I
ever
don't
drive
drive the
Cruise
Jeep
then?
anymore because I'm
Mm.
always either in the truck or the Cruise. And I ain't drove the vet in like
What
it
year's
needs
your
to go in the
vet?
shop. My vet's a 2004, but that needs to go in the shop. It
Oh.
needs a power steering pump. It's like driving a tank.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, like
Yeah.
you got to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to drive it. So I need to put a new power steering pump on it. So it's kind of just been sitting, and
Oh my God. So funny.
I got a van that I'm selling.
Mm.
I originally was trying to build a camper van because that's how I was going to travel was the camper van. So I bought an older van. I gutted it. I started building the inside, put me a bed, little bathroom, boat toilets and stuff in it. Because that's what I was going to drive across country into all these true crime cases was the van. Then I decided, hell with that little ass van. You know what I'm saying? I need some big boy shit. And then I bought the trailer.
Big boy stuff.
Yeah, I need some big boy stuff, right? That little van shit. Being stuck in that little ass van wasn't cutting it. So then I bought the trailer.
Bigger toys.
Then I bought the trailer, and then I bought the big ass truck to pull the trailer. And next is the 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get the 4-wheeler soon, but with them trying to get out of Subgate 2023, it's slowing up my progress. All right. We need to get this
Okay,
Subgate
wait.
2023 back jumping.
Wait, what? Okay, so next is the 4-wheeler? That's what's next after that's your next goal, the 4-wheeler?
Yeah, 4-wheeler. So I can
Okay, well
search.
I was about to say the 4-wheeler comes in handy. Like that'll come in handy with you going out on your searches and stuff. It'll be really handy to have, I
I
think.
know. I found that out in Georgia. I was like, when I drove to one in Georgia and I was out searching, I was like, I
Yeah.
need one of these.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that and then the drone, you could cover some major territory.
that's the
Yeah.
same thing I'm thinking. The same
That
exact
too.
thing I'm thinking. And I got the truck to carry all the shit with now. Everything's gonna go. So I've been looking for 4-wheelers. I just ain't found a good deal. Everybody wants like crazy prices for some ragged out shit.
Yeah.
So when I run across the deal, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll
Just be
see the
patient, you'll
opportunity,
find
just like
one.
everything else. Like I was real patient on finding my trailer, right? And then
Right.
eventually I seen the one that was in my price range that I could talk the dude down to get. I got that. Then I found a truck that was good enough to do everything I needed to do. So I just wait around until I see the perfect one, and then boom, I'll jump on it.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do.
And I still need damn. See, I had seen a 4-wheeler that I wanted, and I would have got it. The only thing was, it was before I got the truck, and I didn't have no way to get the 4-wheeler. So I do still need to get lifts, like the ramps. So I need to get ramps for my truck. So when I do get a 4-wheeler,
Oh yeah.
I can get it onto the damn truck.
No,
Right now I
God
don't have.
forbid it fall off a ramp or something too. You better get a good one.
Well, I'm gonna get some decent ramps.
Yeah.
So I got to do that, and then after I get the ramps, I'll be my first purchase, and then I'll get the 4-wheeler. Because it seems like you're buying a 4-wheeler, they would deliver that bitch to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got the ramps, because you got a 4-wheeler. That means you got to have a truck. You got to have the ramps. Because how did you go out and ride your 4-wheeler? Like the last dude I wanted the 4-wheeler, he's like, yeah, I don't have my trailer anymore, so I can't bring it to you. I was like, I ain't got ramps. I didn't have a truck at the time, so I couldn't go get it. So you run into weird situations like that. But when the opportunity does arise, I will grab the 4-wheeler soon, because it needs to be a lot sooner, because this is the time of the year that I'll be able to go out and search and do those types of things. So I got to get it soon.
I've
Maybe
never
this
been
will be the
on a
time of the year you'll
4-wheeler
find
ever.
one.
Huh?
Have you ladies been on a 4-wheeler before? Because I haven't. I've never been.
I have.
Somebody went robot for a second there.
Oh yeah, I've been on plenty of 4-wheelers.
No, I'm sure you have, but like, have the ladies all been on 4-wheelers? Probably, right?
I
have.
I have. Am I the robot?
You ain't been on a 4-wheeler, Dumpling?
No, I
No,
have.
she said yes.
Oh, okay. I would think
Yeah.
country. You from Alabama?
Yeah.
You about to lose your Bama.
Yeah, we grew up on the 4-wheelers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you from Bama? I ain't never rode a 4-wheeler. How's that
Right.
possible?
How about you, Jamie? Have you been on one?
Oh yeah. Yep. My boyfriend's dad has 2 of them right now. We got 4 snowmobiles.
I've never been on a snowmobile.
Oh my
I
God, they're so
have.
much fun. I
That
haven't
would
been
be
on
cool.
a Sea-Doo though. I
I've
want
been
to
on
go on a
Sea-Doo.
Sea-Doo. See, that's what
Yeah,
I haven't been on. That's what I want to go on.
Yeah, I used to have a jet ski. I used to ride that bitch all the time.
Is it so fun?
I've
Yeah, they're
never been
fun.
on a jet ski.
They're
Never.
dangerous.
I want to go on. See,
Dangerous
that's only.
if you wild like me.
See, I'll probably be wild though, because I know how I am on a
I
snowmobile.
haven't been on one of those in years, but yeah,
Just
they're
remember
fun.
there ain't no brakes and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, I
They
think
don't
I'd
come with
be
brakes.
all right in the lake. I'm just nervous about the ocean. I think the
That'd
lake
be
I could
Tina. She'd
handle
be
it.
like, where's the stop button? There ain't none. Where's the brakes? There ain't none. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that would be scary.
Yeah. Crazy Daisy says I love riding 4-wheelers. I got like the first time I ever got on one, it was a 3-wheeler and we got in an accident.
Oh Lord.
It flipped. I didn't get hurt. I was young, but I flew off the back of it.
Did you have a helmet on?
No,
Why?
nah. I just young, jumped on it with this dude that was riding it at the park, and it flipped, and I flew off. I didn't get hurt though. I didn't even like get a scratch on me. Believe it or not, we were going pretty fast too. You know, when you're young, you're nimble. Like you can take a little roll. I didn't
My
get hurt.
father's boy did that, and he hit a tree. And he was in
Oh
the
my goodness.
hospital 3 months. He cracked his head wide open. Still has the scar. And
I don't think they sell 3-wheelers no more because they're so dangerous.
he made it.
Wow.
3-wheelers were dangerous as shit.
3-wheelers are too dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, people were all kind of wrecking them. Like that's the first one I ever got on was a 3-wheeler. And like I said, the first time I ever got on it, we got in an accident on it.
Jeez.
I just lucky and didn't get hurt.
Okay, Dolly, I gotta hop down and get back to some chores I had to do. I just wanted to hop up and make sure everything was okay.
All right, you good. All right,
I was in
peace.
chat. I was like, it was good seeing you all today, or talking to you all at least.
Yeah,
Good seeing you.
Seeing you, Dumpling.
Nice to
bye,
see
guys.
you, Dumpling. Bye-bye.
Nice to
Peace.
see you.
Bye.
I'm going to try to do more day streams here. I usually been sticking to late night because my schedule's been so crazy. But I'm like I said, I'm not too far from getting out of here myself because I'm packing up to. I got a whole adventurous weekend this weekend. So, like I said, I'm going to the theme park. I'm going ghost hunting. I'm shooting the last piece of the video. You know how I showed y'all the first 5 minutes of that video. The reason I haven't put that video out is because I'm going to add me going in the house into the video. So I'm not going into the house till tomorrow night. So by Sunday, I will edit that video. So Monday or Tuesday, the whole full ghost video will be out where y'all see the outside the house, the inside the house, all the crazy shit that goes with it.
Yay. And it's going
So-
to be on the Jams channel? Or
No,
which one?
it'll be here. It'll be on both the True Crime channel and here. I'm eventually
Okay.
going to make a Ghost Adventures channel, but I haven't yet. So this video will be just Dolly Vision and Dolly's True Crime. It'll be on both of them.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy, do you say a little small prayer to yourself? I mean, just privately, quietly to yourself before you enter into these situations?
Hell nah, because I want the demons to come out.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? When I walk in, they get scared.
Yeah, but they can come out, but you don't want them attaching around you.
They're like, look, the demons be like, oh
That's
shit,
our
Dolly's
job.
here.
That's our old lady job. We have to pray.
Nah, they worry
Dolly
when I
doesn't
show
pick
up.
up a demon or fall down the steps or something crazy in the dark.
They haul ass when I show up. They don't want no parts in Dolly.
Oh, I bet, Jimmy, you say a little prayer before you go to sleep or something the night before.
I mean, I do say, I do say a few prayers when I go to bed at night, but I don't walk into a situation, and be like, Jesus, protect me from evil, right?
You're braver than I am. Jeez, I'd at least
Could wear a cross.
I could wear a cross.
Yeah.
What, is vampires are going to be in there? Is vampires
The
real?
demon might pull on it.
Let me tell you this: I'm more scared of
Scarlet.
live people than I am any dead person on this planet. Okay.
Oh yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah.
I ain't heard about too many people dying from the dead. I've heard of a whole lot of people dying from the living. Okay, so
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the ghost whisperer. Yeah. I don't know, for some reason they seem to like. I didn't have no real crazy experience at the most haunted house in the country. Okay. Not yet anyway, but I
Because
haven't been
men
inside
can't
of it.
compromise. That's why.
Right. But you look, the first time I went
It's
out,
always war.
when I went to Savannah, we had the ghost of baby Quentin. Okay, real as can be.
Yeah.
When I went out that first night, I'm telling you now, I heard some shit. I heard, I heard it. Like it ain't no doubt in my mind what I heard. So, but the next time I went out, like to the most haunted house in America, I didn't really have an experience there like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Or that ain't the most haunted house in America. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't been inside it yet. It might be something when you inside it.
Oh yeah.
And we don't know about. I've been outside of it, all around it, right? I even been places that you ain't supposed to be, and y'all see
Wait
that.
a
in the
minute,
video.
didn't somebody walk past the window in that video?
No, it appeared to me. I thought somebody had walked past in the video.
Yeah.
But I don't know that somebody walked past in the video. Now
Nobody was in there?
some of the pictures we took and froze, there's some faces in the windows. It's weird.
Oy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Oy.
And we'll get into that when I get into put the video out, the faces and shit in the windows. Like now me personally, I didn't see that. When there's a part in the video I ain't even got to yet, to where I go to this window and I swore I thought I seen somebody walk by, but then I realized there's nobody in the house because I go up to the window and I look in. There's nobody in the house. So the house is sitting. Well, I thought there wasn't nobody in the house, but then later come to find out, you'll find out in the video, there is somebody in the house. Okay. And this person ain't a ghost. This is not a physical person in the house. There is at some point, there's a physical person in the house. Okay. And then there's points there ain't. So it's weird. It's weird because I thought I'd seen somebody walk by, and there's a possibility I could have, because later on I have an encounter with somebody in the house.
Did they say they went by the windows at all?
I ain't gonna say. I want y'all to watch the video. I'm just gonna tell you I'm somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and somebody comes, because I'm thinking there ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? But apparently there was somebody there.
You have to call ahead, you know, so they know you're there.
He walked in on someone using the bathroom.
No, I didn't walk in on nobody. No, you'll have to watch the video. But there's a point I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be in the video, and a colonial motherfucker pops out the smoke.
Jeez.
Thomas Jefferson standing there. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And he's like, "Yo, you can't be here." And
Wow.
you have to watch the video. I can't tell you. Then it spoils the fun. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'd be scared during the day. Literally during the day. That's how much of a chicken I am. And going in a place like that in the dark at night, I don't think I could do it.
Oh, it's scary at night. It gets a little
petrified.
creepy at that. I ain't gonna lie, that house is scary as shit at night. At night,
I was
it
gonna
is
say, do you
dark.
get scared? Do you get scared?
No, I mean, I wasn't scared.
Scared.
I'm just saying it's scary. I wasn't scared.
You
Now,
were scared at night, weren't you,
when you're
Jimmy?
walking past these cellar doors, if something would have jumped out, I'd have had a damn heart attack and died. But was I scared?
Oh my God.
But if something would have just jumped out at me, I would have jumped out my skin. It's creepy, it's eerie, it's like, but not like where I'm like scared.
But you don't have a fear, really. You don't have a fear. It's just creepy.
Well,
creepy,
and those.
Well, I live by the saying, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? The scary part, I don't know how that works in there. I just know if you dumb like me, you better be tough, right? And I ain't scared of no ghosts. Yeah.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
So,
well, you have to be brave enough. You know, sometimes the doors move for no reason. A door might open or close, and like weird stuff like that could happen.
yeah, and you're going to see some weird shit happen too. It's called running. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be called like, you'll be looking like the Blair Witch Project. You'll be like hauling ass.
I thought that was real. I've said it before.
I can't fake it. When there's something, I'm gonna let y'all know it's something. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna go and like we're gonna go in this house tomorrow night though. And to me, it's a little creepy. I'm anticipating it because I was planning on doing it last week, but the rain. Because I want to be able to do because there's some other haunted houses out there, and I want to tour these houses. So I wanted to do the tour. So as long as the weather's not bad, the weather rained all weekend last weekend, so I wasn't able to do it. But this weekend, I'll be able to get up in that house and get the last of my footage.
You know, there's these people, they're actually called demonologists. And, you know, if you call up, sometimes they'll go with you.
I got this. If anything bad jumps out first, I'm going for the juggler with a kung fu chop. You know what I'm saying? So I think I got this under control. Hopefully. If y'all don't see me no more, that means that the demon of damn Peyton Randolph got me. I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
Beachy.
Good luck, Dolly. God
Peachy.
bless. We're all going to have to pray for you tonight.
You said,
I
Jimmy,
know.
you said if Triple D goes with you, you're going to push him in front of you.
Trip him. Trip him.
Oh, trip him.
Yeah. The spookiest thing is I don't know, like
Is Triple D going with you?
no, Triple D's not going with me this weekend now. It's me, PJ's going, and we're shooting the Ghost, the most haunted house in America inside this weekend, Saturday.
Oh, boy.
So we'll get the inside footage, all that shit. And Dave does the local. He's been doing the local stuff with me. He did the what was it, Elbow Road?
Yeah.
The Elbow Road one. That's on my Patreon.
That was
So, but this one will be here. This one will be here, and it's a lot longer video. It's probably about, I don't know. So far, it's about 20 minutes. So it'll be about 30, 35-minute video when it's done.
cool.
If the demon don't get me. Now, there's been some like the scariest thing on the house is houses that have like cellars, that have like the old cellar doors that open up.
Yeah.
That's how this house is. And the only time it gets really creepy is when you're walking past one of them cellar doors, because you feel like somebody could just bust out it and grab your ass and you done. Right.
When I watch them, the attic scares me. Like when they have to pull down the attic steps and creep up there. Oh, gosh. That always
Top or
scares me.
bottom, it doesn't matter. Yikes. Can you imagine? Jeez.
So yeah,
My
it's just
friend.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, my friend had my ex-boyfriend when I was younger in Augusta, Maine. Well, no, it was Gardner, Maine. They had a house that was really old, and it was part of the Underground Railroad. And in his basement, there was a room, like there was the basement, and then there was this dug out room, like dug in the dirt. And that's where they think that they were hiding, was in that room, because it wasn't really part of the basement. They made it part of the basement. It was like a secret room. And he took me down there one night, and it was pitch black in there. And I got the weirdest, like, goosebumps all over me and everything. And, like, I ran. Like, I didn't see anything, but the creepy feeling that I got and the darkness, and it was so cold. Like, the whole basement was cold, but when you went by there, it was like winter cold. It was like freezing cold in there. And I went only to, like, the door. That was it. I didn't go in. I didn't break that threshold or anything. I didn't go in it at all. But it was creepy. And it was
Well,
part of
there's
the
some
Underground
places
Railroad.
in this house they won't allow you to go, and I'll tell you, one of those places is the slave quarters. Okay, because this house has a slave quarters, and the weirdest thing to me about the slave quarters is none of them had windows. Like no windows whatsoever.
That's sick.
Yeah, it had no windows in the slave quarters. Like, and there's a bunch of them. They're small and they're built in like these rows behind the house. And I'm going to show y'all that too in my video. But it's like they didn't have the windows or nothing. And a lot of the curse that is put on this house is by the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mistreatment of slaves. And like when you see how they
In
live.
the old homes, they didn't have kitchens. And the kitchens were separated from the homes. It would be like in the back of the home. And where the slaves would, you know, chop up the animals and cook them and then serve them into the home. Into like a dining room.
Well, the way this house was set up is they had their backyard, right, was a big courtyard. Okay. And then in the back of the courtyard was the slave quarters. And then behind the slave quarters was livestock. So,
right. Yeah.
So the slaves would take care of the livestock, take care of the yard. And then, of course, in this story, this lady had a favorite servant, and her name was Eve. And even that, y'all seen, but Eve kept trying to escape. Right? She didn't want to be there, even though she was the favorite. You know, that just tells you how bad it is when you the favorite and you don't want to be there. You know, they say it was bad, horrific, and Eve is the one that cursed the house that I'm going into tomorrow night.
Oh gosh.
So, and Eve shouldn't get me. You know, she should have. I live next to a slave graveyard. There's a slave graveyard right behind my house because
You'll
this
have to
land
tell
here.
some jokes, Dolly.
At one time here, this land that I live on, you know, now it ain't, but one time it was plantation land, and there was slave quarters, and there was all those same types of things. Now it's city, and you know, but the graveyard still sits directly behind there. They were going to build, thank God it's there, because they were going to tear down all the woods and build big neighborhoods, and then they couldn't relocate the slave graveyard. They couldn't dig them up. They couldn't move them, so they couldn't build. Right. So
Good.
it
I don't
stopped me
think
from
they should
having
move it.
it stopped me from having a lot of neighbors, for one. So, but yeah, I'm glad they're there. And like I
But
said,
didn't you
she should
say,
be good with
Dolly,
me.
that you've had some stuff going on in your house before? I know
My
you don't
house
like
is
to talk
haunted as
about it.
shit. My house is haunted
Oy.
as shit. The newer house, because this is a newer house that I live in, but it's on the same property. It's haunted, but it ain't nowhere near like it used to be haunted. Okay. The old farmhouse that sat here, like, and I mean, this is a house that goes back to the slavery days. It was haunted as anything I could think of, like Amityville haunted. Okay. It was haunted as shit. More ghost
Think-
experiences than I can like
Were
weird
things being thrown around?
thrown around, shit touching you, all kinds of stuff. Like it weird, crazy, weird. It ain't so bad now. Still crazy, couple little things here and there. Like I seen a light turn on one day that wasn't plugged in.
Oy. Oh, I
Right?
Yeah,
was
I've
freaked
heard
right
And a
of that
lamp,
happening.
right? Okay, so I had to go on to Google because there's a scientific reason this lamp is cut on. Right? And I'm looking for like atmospheric pressure, electricity in the air, Nikola Tesla like shit. Like, why did the hell did this lamp just turn on? Right?
You got a visitor.
You had a demon
Oy.
Weird things
visiting
like
you.
that. So I haven't
Oh my
like
gosh.
I don't turn on the ghost boxes, the spirit boxes, or none of that stuff in my house.
I wouldn't
I'll do
either.
that out there, but I won't do that here. I gotta live here. If there's ghosts here, I gotta live with them. I ain't trying to fuck with them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's how I feel because I live right next to a cemetery too. Like literally next to my house is a cemetery.
That's how I
But
am.
it's all the old settlers that built the town that I live in. These are all back in the 1800s. And our apartment building, it does have weird things that have gone on. I wouldn't let the landlord tell me because I didn't want to know. But we've had minor things happen here, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I won't play with anything in my house either.
I don't know what it is, but there is some weird energy out there. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like, yeah, the ghosts are real or not real, whatever. But there's something. There's something beyond us. I know that. Something.
Yeah, yeah. And like I feel like sometimes they say there's like residual energy or something or residual hauntings where it's just like because we had
Peace,
at the
love, and
other
life.
place
I see you. Hello.
at the other place that I lived in, we would always hear running around our dining room table. Like when we were in the basement, we could hear the running. But my son at the time was a baby, like an infant. So he couldn't run and they were in bed. And my daughter, who was a toddler, could run, but she was in bed. They would both be sleeping. And we would hear this running, and it sounded like children running around the table. And then as they got older, that's exactly what it sounded like. And we would hear also like it sounded like a man with boots on or heavy shoes pacing back and forth.
No.
It was really weird. I don't know, but I mean, we never had anything bad. Well, no, actually, I did have one bad thing happen when I first moved in. I was taking a shower and it was not, I really don't think it was the water gurgling. It was right in my ear, like somebody was right next to me. And I don't even know
Oh,
how
that would
to,
freak me out. That would freak me
it
way
was
out.
like a gurgle, growl. It wasn't a scream. It was like the only way I can explain it was a gurgling growl. And it was deep
Oh,
and it was
wow.
right next to my head. I screamed so freaking loud. I didn't even dare to open. I swear I did not even dare to open my shower curtain. All I did was scream until my boyfriend came in and he's like, what? And he thought it was a spider or something. And I'm like, is there anything in there? And he's like, no. And I was like, did you just play something weird on the radio or TV or something? He's like, no. And I'm like, I told him what happened. It never happened again. I could not get that water to drain and make that noise or anything. I don't know what it was, but it scared the bejesus out of me. It scared the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's my big story.
So how you doing today? Peace, love. Did she jump down? Yeah, she jumped down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, did I talk over her? Was that who you were saying hi to when I started talking?
I guess so. Peace, love, and life.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
She said she was talking, but she don't know what's wrong. Something must have been going on with her mic. I seen when she first came in. I seen her dreadlocks.
Maybe if she comes back in, it'll work again.
I love my ghosts. They protect me. I don't know. I don't mess with the ghosts. And
You know, when I was a kid, the neighbors across the street, their house burned down, and all 4 of them died. I was really freaked out by it, and the father died and the grandmother, but the mother, I think the father threw the mother out of the 2-story window. She broke a lot of bones, but she lived. And sometimes I get, I get a sense that they could be around.
Just heard a little.
We used to play in the woods, and if I go for a walk in there, I think about, oh gosh, we built a fort here. I still think about them after all these years.
Oh, that's sad. We had a fire in the building across the street.
It's creepy. They said the record player caught the drapes on fire, and back then the drapes had this plastic coating so that the sun couldn't shine through. And when it burned, it put off a poison in the air. So, like the following week, all you saw was everybody's drapes out in the street. And to this day, I don't have drapes. But everybody threw them out.
Wow. All right. Well, anyway, guys, like I said, I'm packing up. I'm getting my stuff ready because I'm going to be shooting these ghost videos. I will probably try to be back live with you guys tonight on the panel channel for sure. Okay. I'm just going to do it from my command center, wherever I'm staying at tonight. Right. Now I won't be live with y'all tomorrow during the day because I'm going to be at the amusement park. Okay. But tomorrow night, I am going to come live for some of the ghost stuff live. Okay. So y'all will be able to go with me a little bit live to this most haunted house in America.
On which
I'm
channel?
excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
Dolly and Dolly's True Crime, both these channels.
Thank you, Jimmy. I had a great time.
I will be me and Lolo. We will be live tonight from the command center somewhere.
Yay.
Out and
Did
about.
everybody hit the like so that Lolo gets his treat?
They didn't do it. I don't think we hit the 500
treat,
mark.
I mean.
Lolo gets nothing.
Oh,
you get nothing, Lolo. They don't love you anymore.
Guys, hit the like.
Lolo's accepted it. She's
Type
like,
in
I
what
guess
number
nothing.
you are.
She ain't had a piece of beef jerky in like a month.
Oh my God.
Maybe people can type in Jimmy where they're from and hit the like. People seem to
Come
like
on,
to do
hit the
that.
like, people.
Or
But
maybe
anyway,
that'll take too long.
Lolo needs a treat.
So anyway, I got to get packing my stuff up, get ready to go, guys. I appreciate you coming by, Tina. I appreciate you coming by, Short Legs. Jamie, good talking to you guys.
Thank you very much. Bye, ladies.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Be
Everybody
safe,
be
Jimmy.
safe.
Bye-bye.
I am. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be out shooting the last part of my video this weekend. All right, so y'all can watch my damn video. Y'all better like it, love it. I put out a little clip of it. I think 5 minutes of it, the first 5 minutes of it. So, but it totally it's probably about a 20-30 minute video all together. So I'm sure you guys, Dolly, hold on, let me answer this question. Dolly, when will you be live ghost hunting? Tomorrow night I will be live ghost hunting. Okay. Tonight I'm going up there to shoot a little video. Tomorrow night tomorrow during the day I'll be at a theme park riding roller coasters and shit. Then when it gets dark, I'm going to that house to go in it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. That's my weekend. And then of course I'll be back Sunday, downloading the footage, editing the footage, putting the footage out for you guys. Okay. So I am still doing both nights. I'm still doing the panel channel. Okay. So I'll be on the panel channel tonight when I get located to where I'm going to be situated. I'll just do it live from my command center. And tomorrow night I'll do it live from my command center. But tomorrow night I'll be live while we are doing the ghost hunting stuff. Okay. Some of it I'll be live for. So just, make sure if you haven't, sub up, like the video, ring the bell for notifications. But either way, it'll be on one of the Dolly channels. If you haven't, sub up all 3 of the channels. Dolly Vision right here. Dolly's True Crime. Okay, because we're on Dolly's True Crime a lot. And Dolly Uncensored. Okay, them are the 3 channels. Dolly Vision, Dolly's True Crime, Dolly Uncensored. Sub all 3 of them channels up. You're good to go. I'll see you guys later tonight. Dolly loves you. Deuces.